liver. Now, when you're on stage, Jim, you don't do a blue kind of show, do you?
I'm very clean and kind of, I talk about cake for like an hour because, cake's an important topic.
Cake, tell me about cake.
Well, there's a lot of different. Cake's a powerful food. Cake can actually bring people together. It's Bill's birthday. Yeah, I hate that guy. There's cake in the conference room. Well, I should say hello.
Who am I to pass judgment on him?
It's his big day. Yeah. I mean, admit it, when you hear the song Happy Birthday, all you're really thinking is, I'm getting some free cake. During the song, you just wonder what kind it is. Hope it's chocolate for me. There's so many types of cake. There's rum cake, which makes sense because we've all been eating cake and thought, this needs booze. Shot of liquor. I don't have time to eat and drink. I only got 2 hands, buddy, and one of them's holding a cigarette. There's fruit cake. That's a bit of a disappointment.
Oh, yeah.
You'd think that would be better. Fruit, good.
Right.
Cake, great.
Right.
Fruit cake, nasty crap.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. Have you tried fruit cake? I don't even think that's fruit in there. You're like, what is that, a Skittle?
What was that?
A seed in here? What is this, a treasure map? What's the recipe of fruit cake? Anything but fruit? It's like the baker was just clearing off the counters. Put all that stuff in there. People don't eat this. They just mail it to relatives. We all know cake's bad for us. Sometimes we try and disguise the fact we're having cake. It's breakfast. I can't have cake. I'll have a muffin. You know the difference between a cake and a muffin? What? Nothing. How about those mini muffins? How much denial are we in when we're eating mini muffins? Oh, I'm just going to have like 1 or 12. They're so small they don't really count. They're like muffin vitamins. When I eat them, I feel like an astronaut. That's why I have them for breakfast. You can't have cake for breakfast unless it's a pancake. How'd that slide through? You're not having cake for breakfast. You're having fried cake with syrup for breakfast. Now load up on that and try not to nap.
Hey, welcome. Hello. It's the Bob and Tom Show. That kind of rhyme. Welcome, hello, to the Bob and Tom Show.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention. What'd you say?
Hi, Tom. How are you?
Chick.
Hello, Christy. How are you?
Hi, Chick. I'm great. Thanks for asking.
Hello, Josh. Hey, Chick. Hello, Ace. Chick. Guest today, Jess Hooker. She'll be checking in from her bedroom. Kostaki Economopoulos from, that's not any report. That's an L.A. report. And world-class auto racer Alexander Rossi will be chatting with us.
And Pat is here.
Oh, there he is.
All right. And there's Pat Godwin.
With his guitar and his keyboard and his isolation booth somewhere in the United States of America.
Yes.
And
in the hinterland. No, he's not in the hinterlands, but he's
Can
not
you
here.
hear us, Pat? Apparently not. Okay.
Okay. If there's anything funnier than us saying, "Can you hear us, Pat?" and him just staring, not acknowledging.
I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
There we go.
Okay, great.
It's so funny.
Hey, Pally. Hi. What happened? Oh, no worries. We're good to see you.
Very good.
See you guys.
Now, we'll begin with some sports, et cetera, but just want to say that we are socially distanced, as is apparently the proper thing to do right now.
Yes.
With Christy in a different room, Pat at a different location.
Yeah.
And our engineer, Ace Cosby, at least 10, 12 feet from me, 10 feet plus from Chick, as is Josh. So we're all spread out.
Spread out.
And, doing thusly. And I just want to make that clear. I got water in my ear this morning in the shower. Just driving me crazy
So
right
now
now.
you're hearing like you're underwater?
Yeah, my one ear is going.
Every morning he almost waterboards himself in the shower. It's just amazing. Don't you throw your head back and as if you had long hair and shake it back underneath the nozzle?
Now I do have long hair with. I got to get this cut.
Is there somebody who does the comb over from way back there?
Oh, wow. So
and combs it forward.
It's the comb forward,
yeah. I bet there is.
Wow.
That'd be hard to do.
Maybe I can figure out how to do that for tomorrow's show.
Well, it's going to have to grow a lot before.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to get that over your head.
I think
Get it part way.
former NBA coach Dick Versace, a longtime NBA coach, he had
like
an exotic
Q-tip
comb over.
It was more of a wrap,
Yeah.
kind of swirled
Like
around
cotton candy.
like a Dairy Queen.
How did he
Yeah.
do it?
I don't know.
I think there was a process. I think he would grow it out
on one side.
on one side, and then they would sort of do a turban thing.
Okay, yeah.
I think that's right. I think that's correct.
Gosh.
And he said he was saying to himself, "Nobody notices.
I look great.
This
It was
looks
like
good."
like a hair beret.
Can you imagine what it looked like not all done?
In the
so it was
shower?
just one side, just this.
There's a guy in oh gosh,
Looked like Veronica Lake.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
the guy in that Scorsese movie, the really good one,
Goodfellas or Casino?
Goodfellas. Remember, there's the one guy that ends up in the freezer. He's got that kind of.
Barbone.
That fuzzy, yeah.
The guy that shows up with the Cadillac and
Yeah,
the
it's almost a fro kind of
helmet or something.
Yeah, it is very helmety.
Yeah, but that was a perfect casting, by the way.
Yes. Yeah.
That guy's scary. Yeah, that's an
I
interesting.
think he used to be a stand-up, as a matter of fact.
He did.
I think.
Yeah.
The guy who plays that guy.
Oh,
I'm
really?
not sure what his name is.
And when you saw him, you laughed.
Oh yeah. And speaking of stand-ups acting, big congratulations to Roy Wood Jr., who is now on this season of Better Call Saul. He joins
Really?
a long list of stand-up comedians who have been on.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
and,
Breaking Bad and
can continue to be on Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. Yeah.
right on.
I've got to catch up. I've watched every season of that show except the new one.
Last night was the finale.
Okay, so now I can.
So I'm
get
all
some free
I'm all
time.
set, and I can watch the whole series. See, that's how I do it.
You've never watched the first whatever?
Not this season. I haven't watched any of them yet.
Have you watched the previous seasons?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, I've only seen season 1, loved it, and for whatever reason didn't pick back up.
Gets
on it.
really
I
bogged
will.
down with
I
the thing
will.
with his brother. Becomes kind of tedious there for about 20 episodes.
As much as I love Michael McKean.
Yeah, that subplot is really boring.
Yeah.
And goes nowhere very quickly.
It certainly is.
Now, let's see. We actually have some sports today, but first,
Sort of, kind of.
opened up with a little bit of Jim Gaffigan, the great Jim Gaffigan, who's making appearances all the time on CBS, talking about. Kind of reminds me of like Make Room for Daddy. Remember that TV show? The guy in a big apartment in New York City with these crazy kids running around, and except he
Make room for Daddy.
Never leave.
Is it Make Room for Daddy or Make Room for Danny?
I don't know. That was when I was really tiny. I remember watching black and white reruns.
Hans Conried was in that.
Oh,
And Danny Thomas.
He was great. What was he, Uncle Tanous or something?
I think it was
Toulouse?
Uncle Tanous. Yeah, they all had a really big nose. Huh? That was funny, right?
Okay, well, now, we do have some actual legit sports.
I don't know if we want to get into this or not, but I guess the only way to find out is just go ahead and do it and see what happens. Okay?
Better to ask forgiveness than permission.
That's exactly right. The possibility of professional sports resuming without fans is growing, and a recent poll suggests a majority of fans aren't going to feel safe attending games anyways without a vaccine. One sports business expert says losses of fan-related revenue will be substantial even if clubs begin cashing in on lucrative media rights deals again. Losses because of the virus could reach $3 billion. That has prompted Major League Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred to starting May 1st to cut salaries for managers and general managers and front office people, and
Yikes.
so he's going to have to deal with the Major League Baseball Players Union.
What did the commissioner's assistant say about this? You know, Manfred's man.
Rob Manfred's man.
I hope you just thought of that joke, because you could have sort of, structured it and supported it with perhaps maybe a little bit of Blinded by the Light, which Dean would have gladly gotten for you.
Oh, I see. So overproduce the joke that I...
You know what? We lead the league in spontaneous behavior. You know that.
I'm just saying, it kind of sat there, didn't it? More like laid there.
Meanwhile, a pair of fans in New York have sued Major League Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred And
His assistant,
Manfred's man. Yeah.
Well, we don't know what
knew you guys liked it.
What his assistant's reaction was. He couldn't see because he was
blinded
by the light.
Oh, sure, yeah.
The fans have sued Manfred and 30 teams asking for their money back. I'd like to have my money back for tickets and for certification of class action status. The lawsuit filed yesterday in U.S. District Court in L.A. by Matthew Adzenman.
And this is against Manfred and who?
His assistant Manfred's man.
See how much support that gives that joke?
Some, yeah.
Oh, fine. I'll just let it lay there next time.
Tenuous. Where was I? He bought a partial season plan for more than 20 Mets games. And Susan Terry Baser said she purchased 6 tickets for May 9th game at Yankee Stadium against the Red Sox. And the lawsuit says fans are stuck with expensive and unusable tickets for unplayed games in the midst of the economic crisis.
Well, we all are. I mean,
I don't know. They should be refunded.
Do they need to go to court?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why they're going to court. Why weren't they?
I don't know.
Why don't you ask Manfred, or he's probably not available, but probably has to ask.
Oh, his assistant Manfred's man.
Yeah. Well, this is the better song. Come on without. Come on within. Hey. You'll not see nothing like the mighty Quinn.
Turd of a song.
Love it.
Mighty Quinn Martin.
That song. I do too.
I would
man.
think the grammar alone would turn you off.
Well, it's not. It's a narrative choice.
Mighty Quinn Martin.
Poetic license.
That's about.
Yeah, well, license suspended as far as I'm concerned. Terrible arrangement, stupid song to begin with.
And more sports.
Should have played Doo-Wah Diddy.
Oh, God. What are you
There she
doing?
was, just a walking down the street.
Now we're talking. No, that's one of the classics.
Sure.
That's a great song. Now, Christy,
More sports coming up.
one big story that's out there that has not been, I'll just say that it's out there, but no one knows what's really going on. There's a story that North Korea,
Oh, Kim Jong-un.
had heart surgery, and
They put one in.
he hasn't shown up for his grandfather's birthday party or something, but there's no confirming anything, and so who knows what's going on. But yeah, don't. There's a bunch of course, people have taken that on Twitter and gone berserk.
Well, I think the Korean economy is actually reflecting as though it were a true story, but
yeah, so we'll see.
It is unconfirmed, yes.
Yeah. So, and he's always got his crazy sister who can step right.
Right. She's ready and waiting.
Not Job Jr.
And coming up in sports, even if you love Tom Brady, it might make you sit back and go, "What? What did he do?" That's
yeah. I saw that.
We can't figure it out.
Yeah, you got to say to yourself, with all that money, he's doing that. Okay. We also have an update on the bare bottom flatulence story and how it may be passing along coronavirus. Again, if you're around anyone, bare bottom passing gas into your face.
Yeah.
You may want to get a new fetish. Not sure exactly what's going on there.
That is someone's fetish.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah.
Oh,
Yikes.
Blast me in the face, baby.
God. Right.
did you have to personalize it like that?
Hey, baby.
I'd rather hear Quinn the Eskimo than think about that.
Hey. Song come from? Was there like a famous Quinn the Eskimo?
It's a Bob Dylan song, isn't it?
Bob Dylan, yeah.
It's just terror. It's one of his worst
so it doesn't
songs.
make any sense at all.
No, none.
At least he's not singing it.
I prefer. I'm the small group.
My
I
boy
prefer
can write
when
a
Bob
song.
sings Bob. I like his. Version.
No
I just
kidding.
don't care for that song. Oh, absolutely.
Bob sings Bob.
You ever heard?
Great album.
That album, Bob on Bob. Yeah.
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
No, it's unbelievable. You really think I'm this stupid? That's what hurts my
No,
heart.
I think you're this stupid.
Okay, yeah.
Don't sell yourself short.
No, it's okay.
Do we have any Tiger King updates today?
Oh, some guy tried to sell that pink sequin shirt on eBay. That was a story yesterday.
And wasn't
I can
that a
dig that up if you'd
and
like.
that turned out to be a
kind
fake.
of a scam. I don't exactly know what happened.
Yeah, they didn't really bid the 10K.
Yeah, the guy that bought it really didn't have the money, and I don't know. Blah, blah, blah.
And that's in a world of idiots.
Remember, in a game of losers, there are no winners.
Yeah.
That's true. We'll be right back. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Take that to the bank. 24/7. I know. Mark Allison here with you on a Tuesday. It's the 21st of April, 2020. Good morning. Thanks for joining us here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Great show coming up today. Correspondent Jess Hooker will be stopping in via Zoom. Also, we'll catch up with Kostaki Economopoulos, the biggest name in comedy. Find out what he's thinking about with his economonologues coming up later this morning. And we'll also check in with IndyCar driver Alexander Rossi via Zoom. Find out what he's been doing with his e-racing with IndyCar. That's right. Coming up right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. The coronavirus outbreak's already made a shamble of the summer movie season. Now it's starting to make inroads into what movies will be out this fall and winter. Warner Brothers has said it will delay a batch of releases, including the new Batman movie and a Sopranos prequel titled The Many Saints of Newark. Batman pushed back 4 months until October 2021, and the Sopranos prequel will be moved from September to March of 2021. Had things turned out differently, it would have been E Street Band guitarist Steven Van Zandt, who played Tony Soprano in The Sopranos. Van Zandt was one of 3 finalists for the role, according to actor Michael Imperiali, who hosts the podcast Talking Sopranos with fellow actor Steve Sciarippa. Imperiali says, while James Gandolfini got the part, show creator David Chase wrote the character of Silvio for Van Zandt. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
My buddy goes, let's go get these massages. We were in Montreal, Canada. I got a back rub.
Yeah.
Sitting in the lobby waiting for him, and he comes out, and he goes, so what all did she do to you? I go, she massaged my back. He goes, what?
Yeah.
I go, what did you do? He goes, I had sex with her. I go, what the hell? I go, was I supposed to say something? Or
Yeah.
And he goes, no, normally they I go, well, she must not have liked me.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, this is Bob. And this is Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
You're a beautiful girl, and your pants are on so tight that when you stand just right, I can see it all. When you're on the beach and your bikini's soaking wet, I see a fuzzy silhouette as I look down below. I see your camel toe, your biscuit, your cleavage. I see your cooter cleavage, your monkey, your muffin. You ain't hiding nothing. Your Gucci, your flapper, you're showing off your snapper. Your camel toe, it looks alright, so baby let it show. Looks like a big taco. I see your camel toe. Merci, madame, voila les bearded clown. I could really go for a sideways sloppy Joe or a tuna casserole. Baby, don't you know? I never thought I'd see so much of your anatomy. Your jeans are so tight, I'm learning gynecology. I see your camel toe.
6:19 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy, I like those stripes today.
Thank you, Tommy.
They look very nice.
Thank you.
And you've got a quick forecast?
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by the CarX Man. We have a mix of sun and clouds today with a high of 54. Clear skies tonight down to 40, partly cloudy, warmer, breezy tomorrow, high 68. 52 right now.
Okay, thanks to everybody out there. We launched a little thing yesterday morning along with our friends from Hughes Culinary to prepare lunches, good, delicious lunches, by the way, to help feed those on the front lines of this healthcare crisis. And Citizen State Bank and Indiana State Bank both stepped up and matched donations. And so far, we have, I guess, 2,600 lunches that will be served to healthcare workers.
Wow, that's great.
Not all the details are in, but wow, that was a great thing for one day. So thanks. You bought them, and then we bought them. And then they bought them. So other people will get to enjoy that. A very small drop in the bucket, but something just to cheer somebody up with a great lunch. So thanks again to Craig Hughes and the folks from St. Elmo's and Harry and Izzy's and Burger Study, et cetera, et cetera. Those lunches will be enjoyed by the folks at IU Health Facilities and St. Francis and
St. Vincent's and
other stuff. So thanks very much. Really appreciate it. Job well done. Well done by all, in fact. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We are once again worldwide on American Forces Radio, coast to coast on great radio stations like this one. And also beaming worldwide on YouTube once again. So you can see what's going on in here. And as you can see, I'll go left to right, me being the most extreme on this side over here. This is Tom speaking. Then we go to the television screen over there where it's Pat Godwin in a secret location. You okay, Pat?
Hello. Yeah, I'm fine.
You need a bathroom break? What's going on?
I'm good.
Okay. Then we get to Ace Cosby and the, what's the name of that team?
Guardians.
Okay, the New York Guardians?
Defunct New York Guardians.
Okay.
The Influx.
Okay. Influx. Okay. There's Chick McGee. Then you've got your Josh over there. And Christy Lee is the lady in the stripes over there. Thank you very much for joining us. Christy, of course, in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom.
I know you like to introduce like varying hues, colors, what we're wearing, and height and things like that.
Facial hair.
Facial hair. Why don't next time you introduce us most unreasonable to the most reasonable behavior in the room? How about that?
Oh, that's easy.
Oh, really? You think you're reasonable, don't you?
Most unreasonable.
Most unreasonable.
First.
Yeah, which one?
Well, that
He looked right at Pat.
He did. He turned it down.
Unreasonable.
Yes, he did.
Well, I didn't think.
No,
I thought it was going to be me or you.
I'm sorry. I thought the category.
Drag him into
I thought the category was irrational.
The joke would be, Pat, me unreasonable, and then you stand up. You stand up and karate chop the keyboard, and you.
Okay.
I'm about to.
Now there's some actual sporting news out there, right?
Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred has made a move that allows teams to lay off or cut the pay of major and minor league managers, coaches, trainers, full-time scouts starting May 1st. Manfred suspended uniform employee contracts that cover about 9,000 people, including GMs on some teams. Manfred cited the inability to play games due to the virus and the national emergency. And that's bad news, so we have good news in baseball.
Okay.
It's any baseball fan's dream to hear his or her name announced as a batter in a Major League Baseball game.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Batting third, Arnold, Josh Arnold.
Wow.
Well, thanks to the person who does the job for the New York Mets, Colin Cosell is using time he would use at Citi Field announcing big league players to create customized intros for fans.
Cool.
This guy's Howard Cosell's grandson.
Yes, he is. Cosell has been giving priority to people in the medical field and other first responders, but he says if you send him what you want him to say and include the walk-up music, like I'm thinking, Arnold, batting third, Arnold, Josh Arnold. Here he comes. He's the mighty Arnold. Mighty Josh.
Quite have the the weight that I would want as when I were walking.
Batting third.
Yeah. Look at that butt.
At first base.
Big one.
Yeah.
Arnold. Josh.
No, that's the.
Arnold. No.
I could see Kirby Puckett walking up to that. He had a large.
He did have a large behind, didn't he? Big booty.
Yeah.
Tom, are you seated and calm as you can be?
Yes, I am.
Uh-oh.
Novak Djokovic says he will not take any coronavirus vaccination if it does become compulsory for tennis players to return to the World Tour.
And why not?
The world's top-ranked men's tennis player said in a live Facebook chat he wouldn't be forced by someone to take a vaccine in order to be able to travel.
Okay.
Well, then you're not playing, sir.
Djokovic and his wife have 2 children and have spoken previously.
They're anti-vaxxers.
Vaccinations in general.
Okay. And I'm sure his scientific credentials are stellar. Spending most of his lifetime on a tennis court.
30. Wow. 30.
His knowledge of microbiology is second to none. Okay, good.
And if he quits tennis, so what?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he's great, but he's kind of at the end of the former Houston Astros pitcher. I said former Houston Astros pitcher Henry Sosa among several players involved in a bench-clearing brawl during a Chinese Pro Baseball League game. The clash came during the game between the Fubon Guardians and the Rakuten.
If it's not the Rocketeers, I don't want to hear it.
Rakuten Monkeys.
So they're playing baseball.
The melee occurred Sunday at International Baseball Stadium in Taiwan City. Taiwan, baby. Taiwan. Sosa on the mound for the Guardians. He several inside pitches to Cub Yen Wen. Well, right about now. In the bottom of the 4th inning, one of his inside fastballs drilled the Monkeys infielder, prompting the bench-clearing brawl.
I see.
Did you see the video of this?
No.
There's no one in the stands, obviously.
Yeah.
But the next pitcher up there for the
Monkeys?
Or
the Guardians?
The Rakuten Monkeys hit 3 batters in a row.
Oh, really?
It was Mickey Dolenz.
Joke.
Remember earlier I made a joke about the commissioner of baseball's assistant.
Who was his assistant?
His man, so therefore it would be Manfred's man.
Rob Manfred's man.
And Tom said, well, really what you want to do is underscore the joke with
a sample of the artist.
Now I realize what he really means is if you immediately play a song, no one can hear the non-laughter.
The stunned silence. And I thought with the 3 batters, you were going to do something like one batter saw no evil, one batter heard no evil.
Way too convoluted.
Said no. Oh.
I just like the fact that there's the Rakuten Monkeys.
I think that's a good name.
Team.
Why don't we have
a great name.
A monkey for team mascot? Go Monks!
Go Monkeys. But at least they're playing. They got that going.
Yep.
That's true.
When we're getting stories about obscure Chinese pro baseball
melees in Taiwan,
it just shows that things are a little slim. That and ignorant tennis players trying to teach us science. Yeah, good. Well, good luck to you.
And speaking of this, let's go to the NFL. A Tampa Bay recreation worker had to kick Tom Brady out of a public park.
I'll say that again.
A Tampa Bay recreation worker had to kick Tom Brady, quarterback of the Buccaneers, out of a public park. Tampa Bay Mayor Jane Castor said during a news briefing yesterday that a staff member patrolling the area spotted a citizen in the park working out by himself at the park downtown. When the staffer went over to tell him he had to leave, she recognized that it was none other than Tom Brady, or Tampa Brady.
Right.
The city of Tampa tweeted, "Sorry, Tom Brady, our Tampa Parks and Recreational team can't wait to welcome you and our entire community back with even bigger smiles to our parks. Until then, stay safe and stay home as much as you can to help, of course, flatten the curve."
Tom Brady was reported as saying, "Please don't send me home to her."
See, that's exactly where I was going to go.
That's what I was thinking.
He's living in a
mansion,
30,000 square foot mansion.
Brady
owned by,
recently moved to his 30,000 square foot furnished mansion he's renting from Yankee star Derek Jeter. He's renting it from Jeter.
Boy.
You think Jeter comes over with the turd wrench to fix the toilet?
You don't want to black light in that house.
No, my God.
Cheats. See, I'm thinking if it's 30,000 square feet, there's got to be a gym of some sort in there.
Of course. If Jeter owned it.
A yard.
Yeah.
Want some fresh air.
Well, it backs up to the water.
Back to your thought. Maybe he just wanted some air that wasn't near anybody else.
Yes.
Maybe when you stop and think about it, it might be too cold to work out at his home.
So the good thing about this story is usually the reason people are kicked out of parks is much less pleasant.
You're right. Yeah.
Usually it's some pathetic flash or
Pickle Park.
Yeah. So.
Well, didn't you read where Brady's having problems because their house backs up to the water, so all the boats are coming all day long and just parking, staring at his house all day?
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah,
That's
real weird.
That's an uptown problem.
Sure, but kind of weird.
Hey, want a cold one?
You suck! No. So Josh and I take our boat over to Tom Brady's house. We park, we honk our horn like gentlemen. Hey, Tom, come out and have a beer. He ignores us.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it, man.
And it was 3:30 a.m. We know he was awake.
You know he was home. He gets up and does his juicing or whatever.
I had Vinny Testaverde in the boat.
Vinny was cool, man.
Vinny'd always come to the boat.
But no, it's seriously right on the water, too. There's no backyard. It's weird.
It says the house is renting for $75,000 a month.
Oh, jeez.
Boy, oh boy.
Why doesn't he just buy the park? How about that?
Right.
Yeah.
Couldn't you write a check to the city and say, look, lock the park up, give me the key?
Can't you just say, hey, Coach Arians, I'm Tom Brady. I want to come out and work at the facility. I realize we're not supposed to
I
be
don't
there.
think they're allowed to.
Let's just keep it on the down low. Well, he's easier hit at a Tampa Bay facility than at a public park.
Public parks, what is it, state by state then? Because
I think so.
I think some places you can go.
Well, in some places in Florida, the beaches are open. Some of them, so.
Just wait.
Then I would be mad if I were Brady. Going, look, I'm in this park alone. I could go to a beach. I can't stand.
Well, he's not going to change the rules, so I'm just saying, why couldn't he just tell the city, hey, look, I'll rent it? I know it's a little bit elitist, perhaps. But hey.
I like his optimism. He's staying in shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, what are the chances that the games will be played in empty stadiums?
Pretty good. 70% of sports fans say they are going to be uncomfortable going to sporting events anyway.
Did you see, a couple weeks ago, we were talking about the NFL draft?
Yes, I did see this story.
And the fact that...
And we were musing about...
wouldn't it be funny if there was booing when... Commissioner got up there like every other year.
It's become tradition that Commissioner Goodell is lustily booed. Well, Goodell has responded to Bud Light's offer. What's Bud Light's offer? Well, making donations in exchange for videos of fans booing Commissioner Goodell, and they were going to make those available online for everyone to see. Bud Light Seltzer tweeted yesterday that the virtual NFL draft might take place without traditional booing of the commissioner. They encourage fans to record their boos and share them on social media by tagging @BudLight, #BooTheCommish. For each tagged video, Bud Light promised to donate $1 to NFL Draft-a-thon, up to $500,000. On a television show on the NFL Network for Football Morning in America, Goodell teased that there still might be boos even as he announces the draft picks from home. Yeah. Monday also marked a mock draft to sort out any technical issues ahead of Thursday, and apparently they did have enough technical issues to go around yesterday. They were having the dry run of the virtual draft. ESPN's Adam Schefter, though, noted that there was a technical glitch during the Bengals' first overall pick. The Bengals didn't do anything wrong. Schefter says it wasn't their fault, but the glitch resulted in a 2.5-minute delay.
The NFL could use a little more bandwidth, I'm guessing.
Something like that. I think they'd have it all,
So Goodell's going to be cooperating with the booing since it's got a charity component? Is that
I think so. Well, no, there's no way he can stop it for now, I don't think. But
I'm sure they had to ask him before they press released it. I'm sure that Bud Light has a
I don't know who the official sponsor of
right. If they're official
beer
sponsor,
is.
then probably.
Yeah.
If not, then they may not have cared.
Sometimes they fight. Coors Light, Budweiser.
Well, it'll be interesting to see. When does it start?
Thursday night. The 23rd.
8 p.m. Eastern. Is that right?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, online, virtual. Yeah.
Maybe start a movement to go to your front porch at 8 o'clock and boo.
ESPN and the NFL Network
nationwide
are going to have a joint broadcast.
Everyone go out and boo on your front step.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Or then you'd miss the beginning, though, really.
Or just scream, I'm mad as hell, I'm not going to take it anymore.
Oh.
How about that?
Yeah, a little network.
I'm a little Peter Finch for you.
Okay. Very good. Now,
that's sports, Tommy. Back to you, buddy.
All right.
There you go, whatever you do.
Could you get this music over there so when you're done, you can play it and you don't have to look for it every time?
You know, that's how I thought it worked because that would make very much sense, wouldn't it?
Well, Tom.
Actually.
You know what? Okay, we'll work on that. Be a good sport. Yes, John.
Actually, I don't think it would work. Why? You can't rip the strings from the puppet master's hands.
Oh.
That's where I was going.
Exactly, yeah.
And my favorite part is when this happens, he doesn't know how it's happening. Well, you said it had to be over there, you lunatic. Okay, all right.
So do you think Goodell thinks the boos are funny? I guess he just gets paid so much he doesn't care.
Well, I mean, what's his alternative? He's going to get mad about it? He can't do that.
Come on! Hey, shut up!
Shut up, man! No, he can't do that. What else is he going to do? What's your question?
Did it start for year one for him being booed? Or
yeah, year one it was out of. Yeah, he has never had a relationship with the players that he's wanted to have. The owners love him, but the players don't care for him. Yeah.
Well, they're all millionaires. I wouldn't worry too much about them.
Right.
That's right.
Okay. Now,
I don't think we have had a fundraiser for any NFL.
Christy, you got a teaser for me?
Oh, we got a lot going on. We have ghosts in the news for you, Josh.
Okay, yeah.
We have a Florida jogger in a neighborhood trying to brighten everybody's moods during this pandemic. Louis Vuitton is getting into the face mask deal.
Oh, boy.
Of course, you knew that was going to happen.
$85.
And a guy got caught trying to smuggle his girlfriend
In what?
in his trunk of the car.
Okay.
No. That's what I told her anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to play the smuggling game, honey.
Yeah, that's why. That's hence the ball gag and the
they're
ropes around her wrist.
Trying to evade lockdown regulations.
We're getting along just fine. Okay, thank you, Christy. We'll check in on all these things coming up here on the Bob and Tom program. Now, we live in a digital world. We were just talking about the digitization of the NFL draft. And we're all out there doing stuff online. And right now, having your identity stolen can be worse than having your car stolen or having your home burglarized. This should make you feel a little bit better. There's an outfit out there called LifeLock that watches all those numbers that you've got out there. It's important to understand that cybercrime is everywhere, and especially now. There are a lot of people who would love to intercept that check that was made out to you from the government, et cetera, et cetera. LifeLock detects a wide range of identity threats, like, for example, your Social Security number going up for sale on the dark web. If LifeLock detects this sort of information, they'll send you an alert. They also watch your lines of credit, et cetera, et cetera. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor transactions at all businesses, but LifeLock can see threats you might miss on your own to let somebody buy a car using your credit. Join now and save up to 25% in your first year. Call 1-800-LifeLock or head to lifelock.com and use the promo code TOM25. The promo code TOM25 at lifelock.com for 25% off. It's very inexpensive from the get-go, so getting 25% off makes it even better. That's the code TOM25 at lifelock.com. Coming up, we have an ass in the news.
Yep.
Quite literally. Mm-hmm. We'll find out about that next. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Everything about the show is at bobandtom.com. Check it out now. State law.
Hey man, this is Donnie Baker, and this is Bob and Tom 24/7. I swear to God it is. That's like all day and most of the night.
Hey everyone, Mark Allison with you on a Tuesday. It's the 21st of April. Yes, we are here live, continuing to defy stay-at-home orders. Of course, we are essential workers here. We're key in dispensing information to those of you that are staying at home, wanting to know what's going on, and we'll have some of that coming up for you right here on The Break at Bob and Tom 24/7. I'm Mark Allison with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred has made a move that allows teams to lay off or cut the pay of major and minor league managers, coaches, trainers, and full-time scouts starting May 1st. Manfred has suspended uniform employee contracts that cover about 9,000 people, including general managers on some teams. Manfred cited the inability to play games due to the national emergency caused by the coronavirus pandemic. Novak Djokovic says he won't take any anti-coronavirus vaccination if it becomes compulsory for tennis players to return to the World Tours. The world's top-ranked men's tennis player says in a live Facebook chat he wouldn't, quote, be forced by someone to take a vaccine in order to be able to travel, unquote. Djokovic and his wife have 2 children and have spoken previously against vaccinations. He won the Australian Open in January for his 17th Grand Slam singles title. The Jacksonville Jaguars have waived oft-injured receiver Marquise Lee to create nearly $5 million in salary cap space, parting with a player who had just 3 receptions over the last 2 years combined. That's not good. The Jaguars were waiting for Lee to get fully healthy before letting him go, giving him the best chance to pass a physical with another team. He missed the entire 2018 season following a major knee injury and injured his shoulder last October, causing him to miss the final 8 games. That's a look at your sports. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Bob and Tom, Coach Ralph Fontaine.
Hey,
Coach, how are you?
Last week had our Little League baseball draft, fantasy draft. This week we're going to start a virtual season for District 9 using Stratomatic baseball. Me and the other 15 coaches are going to go head-to-head with the full 162-game season. Best part is no rainouts, no umpires, no parents. You understand that?
Yeah.
You know, I tell my kids there's a reason why Parent and Parasite are almost spelled the same.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom Records presents the ultimate kick-ass collection. It's the greatest hits of the Cowbell. You'll get 'em all. Mississippi Queen from Mountain. Honky Tonk Women from the Stones. Lowrider from War.
Yeah.
Down in the Corner from Creedence. Finally, rock's most underrated instrument steps up front. It's Kick-Ass Cowbell, exclusively from Bob and Tom Records. You'll also get Alky the Clown's famous talking cowbell routine.
Hey, how are you today, Clarence Cowbell? Oh, is that right? Me too. Hey, Clarence, you want to watch a cartoon? Yeah, me too. Yeah, let's roll the cartoon, all right? Oh, God, I got a headache. All right, roll the damn cartoon.
Plus, you'll get the Cowbell's greatest Olympic moments. It's Kick-Ass Cowbell from Bob and Tom Records. This collection goes beyond any previous Cowbell compilations, featuring remixed classic tracks where we turn up the cowbell. It's Led Zeppelin.
644 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much. Christy Lee has an update in the weather forecast.
Q95, Fox 59 weather. Mix of sun and clouds. Look for a high of 54. Clear tonight down to 40. Partly cloudy, warmer, breezy. 68 tomorrow. We're at 52 right now.
Another great day yesterday.
Yeah.
Wow.
Worked in the yard all day, picking up sticks.
Really?
Yes.
Make a big bonfire tonight?
No, fortunately, we have people that come by and take your sticks for you.
Yes,
so it's nice.
stick patrol. Yes.
Stick people.
My
Not
goodness.
just once a year. Come
you
on.
can't have sticks.
They make mulch for the park.
You
It's a
can't
great
have
thing.
That is a great thing.
in
Yeah.
your yard.
Good for you. Yeah, what a nice day to get
Dug
out
up
there and do that.
dandelions. Always a great thing.
Gosh.
Dandelions.
Put all the furniture from the deck on the front porch so we look like we're big hillbillies because we're going to power wash the deck today.
See, the sticks go down, and then the books go on top of that, and they have
Nice bonfire.
big bonfires.
I say, Jeffrey, that looks
Oh,
like some
come on.
foreigner wrote it.
What happened?
Yes. Well, that's very nice, Christy. I'm glad you got some.
Did you
work
get
done
outside yesterday?
I did not.
Oh.
Did not.
Not even with the puppy dogs?
No.
Out in the
I
backyard?
just wasn't feeling great yesterday.
Walk.
Didn't get in my walk-in. I'll do that today. I'm
Okay.
just reading about the raccoon monkeys right now.
The baseball team?
The baseball team in China.
That sounds like a real weird band of monkeys in India.
Yeah, the
yeah, it does.
What are they called?
Rakuten. I don't know.
Rakuten monkeys.
I have no
Capuchin
idea
monkeys
if I'm pronouncing this correctly, but we'll get to it in a second here. We got some serious stuff coming up. I'll give you the word in a minute. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us once again. And let's see now. In order of, we'll do it by height. How's that?
Tallest to shortest or shortest to tallest?
I'm not sure who's taller. Ace, you or Chick?
I am about the same height. Yeah, Aces, of course. Taller, faster.
I was going to
smarter.
say,
So
I am-
he's the whole package.
I'm guessing we're about the same size
There you go.
in height.
In height,
Wow.
of course. That's Ace, that's Chick, there's Josh, I'm Tom, there's Pat Godwin, and that's Christy Lee in the other room.
Hi.
The Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. We had a news story about an actual baseball game that was being played in Taiwan. Their team, the Rakuten Monkeys.
You can't have a baseball game without a rhubarb.
There was a bench-clearing brawl, as
Yes.
is the tradition in baseball, but I wanted to find out more. Boy, this would be a pretty cool hat to have.
Does it have a little monkey on the front of it?
Well, there's a bunch of different logos where I am looking right now. And, one of them's like an angry monkey. And
All right.
How do you know the monkey's angry?
Oh, I'm sure he looks
Well,
like
there's
Does
an
he have his teeth? Is he
Eyebrows.
they used to
Eyebrows
be-
are key for anger.
It's much like American baseball because they used to be the Lamigo monkeys.
Oh.
Oh,
they had a-
friendly monkeys, right?
No, they were super scary looking with big gnashing teeth.
Oh.
So that'd be pretty hip to have a Chinese minor league baseball cap. That's obscure.
And that's like some independent movie director has one of those. That's right, yes.
Yeah, they're very, very.
I have a cap from the Wuhan Bat Munchers.
Do you?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Pretty nice.
Yeah. Came straight from China, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't open it for a couple weeks. You may want to
I'm sure.
microwave that thing.
I'm sure you're fine.
Let's see. We found out that the NFL draft, there may be a booing, artificial booing provided by Bud Light as part of a charity program.
Yes, there's a booing feature that's going to be available.
Which is kind of interesting.
Boo for charity. I like it.
Yeah.
And Tom Brady kicked out of a park in Tampa Bay because the parks are closed, even though he's Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Working out by himself.
Laws is laws.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Well, we now turn to Christy Lee at the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. What you got over there?
Well, a Florida jogger has been cheering up neighbors by wearing a unicorn costume on his runs. According to the Tampa Bay Times, Corey Jurgensen donned the 7-foot-tall inflatable costume to jog, jump, and dance around the streets near it's a woman, near her Tampa home last week.
Jeez, here comes Corey.
What's she wearing? Oh, my God. Look at this.
Jurgensen
He's
told
into the
them,
wine again.
You guys stop.
Good Lord.
Jurgensen
wants
told
to
the
cheer
news-
up the neighborhood. Take off the costume.
Yeah, free those cans, baby.
Hey.
Yeah, let those go, top heavy.
Liberate,
Whip them out. Take old Betty.
Liberate
Let's
those
go.
boobs. Now we're talking.
God. She says she receives honks from passing cars, applause from families on porches.
I'll show you my unicorn. I'll
The
show you that.
40-year-old said, quote, "There's nothing better than being a unicorn. Everyone smiles when they see a unicorn."
Yeah, looks like two of us are hiring you, huh, baby?
Oh, gee.
I think the best way to cheer people up would be to rush out and trip her.
Oh, hey, it's
Cheers.
It's a unicorn.
Kill it.
That looked nice on my wall, that unicorn. Right next to
That
my
was a
moose.
sweet
and
little
my
happy
elk.
story. Bringing joy.
Right next to Elvis.
A North Carolina farm is renting out a miniature donkey to crash video calls. According to the Charlotte Observer, Peace and Peas Farms rents out its donkey named Mambo to participate in Zoom meetings.
Hilarious.
Companies can also choose other animals to crash their video conferences, including 3 horses, a few chickens, and some ducks. Customers can reserve 10 minutes with the animals for $50.
$50?
Yep. Francie Dunlap, Mambo's owner, says she also has received requests from teachers who want the animals to crash their virtual classrooms.
10 minutes? That doesn't seem like very long. They take 10 minutes to get in the house with a mini.
So they just.
Do you think they bring them in the house?
So they just crash your Zoom? No, I assume that they're just sending they're just getting on the Zoom video.
Wouldn't they just take the laptop out to the
If we
pasture?
did it right now, we'd be looking at Pat Godwin, and all of a sudden there'd be a giant ass next to him.
Oh.
No, chick. No. There'd be a donkey over there. Okay. That's kind of humorous.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So is the donkey online too, or is it?
Yeah, that's the whole thing. I think is that you log
Well,
on.
that's not anything. Why didn't I want the donkey with me if I'm paying a $50?
Exactly. I want it walking in the background too.
Walking in the background while I'm on Zoom call.
No, I think it just shows up on your Zoom call.
This is no good.
That's why $50 seems a little pricey.
So you send them a code for the Zoom, and
Right. And they just join your meeting.
No good.
You can say to your boss, "Hey, look, there's another ass in the meeting." Well, okay. This is the new thing now. The crashing into these
Zoom meetings.
Crashing into these Zoom meetings.
Yeah.
Tom, what would you do if right now a prostitute walks behind Godwin?
Let's make that happen tomorrow.
Would you?
She would, of course, be wearing mask and gloves.
I don't know if I'd ever stop laughing.
That'd be great.
Just getting her hair done, looking in her purse for keys.
You got any Java?
Okay, see you tonight, honey.
The money's on the counter.
Hey, your kid's in the shower. I don't know what's going on.
Jeez. You have to do that.
It's extra for the kid.
All right, we'll see you later, Mr. Mayor.
I told her I was the mayor. All right, that's nice.
I told her I was the mayor.
Well, now, earlier in the show, we were talking about Manfred.
Oh, yeah, the commissioner of baseball.
Rob Manfred.
Yes.
And his assistant.
Yeah, his man, so therefore Manfred's man.
Manfred Man. And we proceeded to play some music from Manfred Man. Now,
where did they get the name Manfred Man? It's not a guy, is it? I don't think. Is it?
Manfred?
Could be. Do you remember this?
The real great adventures of me, Tom Terrific. With mighty Manfred, the wonder dog. Sure. I'm Tom Terrific, great adventure lover. With mighty Manfred at my side, villains run for cover. I can be anything you see, change my shape most readily. T-E-R-R-ific, my name's Tom Terrific.
And I'm Mighty Manfred, the Wonder Dog, and Tom's ever-faithful companion.
Yeah, I don't think they would.
Well, that's unfortunate.
That's unusually uncomfortable in today's world.
Oh, gosh.
Voiced by the son on Breaking Bad.
Well, here we are.
I have to hear it again.
You know who that sounds almost exactly like our producer, Dean
Yes,
Metcalf.
that's what I was going to say.
Not every day.
No, he can do that voice exactly without changing his real voice much at all.
Yeah.
Do you remember the cartoon, Tom?
I do not.
I don't hate the red pepper.
Thank you very much.
See? Yeah, I remember Tom Terrific. Sure.
I don't at all.
I don't either.
I think he was on Captain Kangaroo, I think.
Oh, he was?
Yes, and it was a really primitive black and white line drawing.
Yes.
Terrific cartoon.
I have to look that up.
Yeah.
TRR-ific.
Oh, look at this dog
from 1957.
Oh, well, that's.
He was a little boy.
Yeah, and he had
yeah.
what is it called? He had like a funnel for a hat.
Oh my!
Yes, he does.
Here it is again.
The real great great adventures of me, Tom Terrific. With mighty Manfred, the wonder dog. I'm Tom Terrific, great adventure lover.
You could
with mighty
change into
Manfred
anything you
at my
wanted
side,
to.
Villains run for cover.
They would fight
I
villains.
can be anything you see. Change my shape most readily. T-E-R-R-I-F-X. My name's Tom Terrific.
And I'm Mighty Manfred, the Wonder Dog, and Tom's ever faithful companion.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Rough.
Yeah, they only did one season of Tom Terrific.
Well, we've been canceled.
And you're right, Chick. It was part of Captain Kangaroo's children's television show.
There you go.
Wish it had taken off.
Why?
Well, because the other famous Toms out there, you got your Uncle Tom.
Oh.
Your peeping Tom.
You'd rather be Tom Terrific.
Yeah, Tom Terrific's a little better. Okay, just
really didn't take on.
Yeah, okay. When we come back, we have sex workers in the news, toilet paper in the news, of course.
Runaway pigs in the news.
What is that giant hose? Oh, my God, that's not a hose.
Oh,
what is it? We'll find out. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Reach us toll free at 1-888-BOB-TOM-1 or at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. This is Bob and Tom's program, 24/7.
You've joined us on a Tuesday. Thanks so much for being here. We couldn't do it without you. Coming up, Jess Hooker, Kostaki Economopoulos, and race car driver Alexander Rossi. On a Tuesday, it's April 21st. Good morning. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. The South Korean government says no unusual activity has been detected in North Korea after unconfirmed reports have described leader Kim Jong-un as in frail condition after heart surgery. The presidential Blue House says it had no information about the rumors on Kim's health. Meanwhile, the World Health Organization says rushing to ease coronavirus restrictions will likely lead to a resurgence of the illness, a warning that comes as governments start rolling out plans to get their economies up and running. Whose director for the Western Pacific region said we need to ready ourselves for a new way of living for the foreseeable future. He said governments must remain vigilant to stop the spread of the virus, and the lifting of lockdowns and other social distancing measures must be done gradually to strike the right balance between keeping people healthy and allowing economies to function. And the Trump administration and congressional leaders insist a final deal is in reach on an aid package for small businesses that could exceed $450 billion. Both sides have been struggling for days to push an agreement across the finish line as small businesses suffer from the coronavirus impaired economy. President Donald Trump hopes to see a Senate vote on that today. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hi, this is Bob. And this is Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is a song I wrote for a special person. All right. Each time I need a trusted friend, you're there. With tears to dry and a heart to mend, you're there. And when I'm down in misery and the whole world turns its back on me and I need some love and sympathy, you're there. Nice, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
And when I'm weary and tired of trying, honey, you're there. And anytime I need a shoulder to cry on, you're there. And sometimes when I come home with a heavy heart and weary bones, and I need a little time alone, you're there. I want to turn the stereo on, but you're there. I gotta get in to use the John, but you're there. And when I wake up lovingly and turn on my pillow, hoping to see Kim Bassinger smiling back at me, you're there. Oh, this is more of a good thing than I ever planned. How much damn togetherness can a one man stand? Oh. Don't get me laughing here.
All right, sorry.
I want to flop down in my favorite chair, but you're there. I can't see in the mirror to comb my hair.
I got to get to that. 7 o'clock at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
You know, I haven't done mine either.
You've done it. I thought you said you did it, Chick.
No, I didn't.
That got lost in the shuffle with all this other stuff.
Sorry, there's a little plague going on.
Yeah, I've been touching my mail.
Couldn't get to my census.
Let's see now. Where were we? Oh, a quick forecast from Christy Lee.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Mix of sun and clouds today, high 54. Clear tonight down to 40. Partly cloudy, breezy, warmer tomorrow with a high of 68. Right now, 50 degrees.
Thank you very much. Oh, also, I wanted to say thanks to everybody. Yesterday, we, I think about 7:15, mentioned that we were going to be doing a you buy one, we buy one thing, which we did, and it worked out great. What I'm talking about is, last count, over 2,600 lunches were purchased by you and by us, along with help from Citizen State Bank and Indiana State Bank. The idea was Hughes Culinary is going to make the lunches and deliver them to these great people, these first responders, et cetera, et cetera. So thanks so much. It was a huge success. This portion of the Bob and Tom Show right now brought to you by...
Friends, these are serious times, and there's nothing more important than the health and safety of you, your loved ones, and our community. And that is why Westgate Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram encourages you to take care of your family, look out for your friends and neighbors, be kind and patient to those who are helping to keep us safe, healthy, and fed. Use your internet for appointments, groceries, shopping, etc. Be polite and kind to the cashier or stock person because they're working hard to keep you fed. And thank our first responders and healthcare professionals. Appreciate our truckers for keeping our food and supplies going. And if you need to buy a new vehicle or service yours, my friends at Westgate want you to know they're here if you need them. WestgateAuto.com, doing whatever they can to support their customers.
Thank you, Christy Lee. Thank you, truckers. Thank you, Westgate, etc.
Yes.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. I look over there at the Ace Cosby Engineering quadrant. I notice the I Hate Steven Singer logo. That's right. It's the I Hate Steven Singer Theater of the Mind. Yes, Theater of the Mind. He looks around. It's the IHateStevenSinger.com Ace Cosby joke of the day coming up. Look at on the screen over there. It's Pat Godwin. We have
hello, everybody.
We have Chick McGee straight across there. Good to see you, Chick. Josh Arnold. This is Tom speaking, and there's Christy in her own room. So we're all socially distant, as is required. Christy, we had another toilet paper scandal.
Yes, we did.
Yet another toilet paper. This one has actually been, the police now are getting in on the action.
Police in California have apprehended 3 suspects in what they're calling the heinous toilet paper caper.
Heinous.
You said heinous.
It would be
I thought you said heinous.
I said heinous.
No, you thought she said anus. Let's face it. Let's all face it.
Well, anus for toilet paper. Yeah, isn't that what it's for?
According to a Port Hueneme Police Department Facebook post.
You and me? What?
Hueneme, the patrol officer rolling through the Port City Plaza shopping center parking lot last week, spotted an open container of alcohol near the dashboard of a vehicle. The car's 3 occupants were all found to be on probation, leading the officer to perform a search.
Okay.
That search turned up 31 rolls of toilet paper, 27 tissue boxes, 31 towels, and 4 sets of bed sheets that had been allegedly stolen from a local hotel. Jessica Perez, Stephen Talley Jr., and Tyson Castillo now face charges of petty theft.
They were one of those undercover operations.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was 21 Dump Street.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's...
Okay. God. So they stole it from a hotel?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay, well, now, Pat.
Yeah.
Don't you have a
toilet
paper tribute?
I do. You know, if you're going to steal toilet paper, be sneaky about it. Tell them, Johnny. Hello, I'm Johnny Cash. Well, I left Kroger about 2:15 and went to another store to buy TP. But there's no toilet paper, just empty racks. I went on to the dollar store, but they said they didn't have any more. My family's going to need at least a 4-pack. We're about a week away from using paper towels and coffee filters not meant for bowels, so I got to come up with a plan that can't be traced. They got a couple restrooms where I work. Please don't think that I'm a jerk. I took some TP and hid it in my guitar case. I'm getting it one square at a time, boys. Oh, hell, it ain't no crime. This coronavirus has taken its toll. Everybody's gone nuts, and we gotta wipe our butts. By the end of the month, I should have a full roll.
All right. Thank you, Johnny. Oh, that was nice.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Johnny Cash. I really appreciate that, Johnny. Now, we got a bunch of requests coming in. So if you'd like to vote for something, by all means, let us know. Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com is the way to go, and you can reach us with whatever you've got in your mind. We'd like to know what you're thinking about. And I got one right here, if I can find it. Nope. I'll do it later. Back to you, Christy.
Yeah.
Authorities in an Indonesian village have been using so-called ghosts to scare people into staying at home.
No, that should do it.
People dressed in white shrouds patrol the streets of Kapu at night and jump out at villagers.
Unbelievable.
What's the name of the town?
It's Kapu. K-E-P-U-H.
Oh, there's no.
Kapu.
Okay.
The ghostly figures known as Pocong represent trapped souls of the dead in Indonesian folklore.
Oh, yeah.
The ghosts appear to be having the desired effect, with villagers running away in fright at the sight of the apparitions.
Try this in the U.S. Unless those ghosts are bulletproof. There's going to be some bloodshed.
Oh, hey, look, a ghost.
I guess they originally tried it with mummies, but people were tackling them and taking them apart for toilet paper.
Yeah, mummies are having a rough right now.
Bandage, yeah.
Bad time to be a mummy.
Bad time.
Yeah.
All right, I'm a zombie.
Okay. It's sad that they have to go to that length to
Keep people inside, I guess, yeah.
I mean, but the people go on Facebook and it tells them, be careful, there are ghosts out there. And they go, oh, okay.
Well, I think they don't have Facebook. That's why they have to do this ghost thing.
Oh, they have Facebook.
Oh.
Believe me. Don't you think Indonesia has Facebook?
No,
I think it's
no, they
everywhere.
do, but
of course.
These villagers.
Well, there's that, yeah.
If this ghost thing is working.
My gosh, Josh.
That's our buddy.
I miss him.
My gosh, Josh.
What the hell is happening?
Remember that guy?
Yeah, of course.
Tom's looking for something.
Yeah, so he's just, instead of reading it, he's just going to go play them and see what they are.
Yeah. Well.
Sorry.
Yeah, why don't you keep doing that? See what else you got over there.
All kinds of things.
We're monkeys, and people say we monkey around.
Okay,
We're too busy singing.
That's it?
Yeah, no, never mind. Something was moved, and I can't find it. What have you got over there,
Simply
Christy?
not good at his job.
Oh, boy. South African man's been arrested after he allegedly tried to smuggle his girlfriend in the trunk of his car to evade lockdown regulations. Guangdong safety officials said the man was stopped by police at a roadblock on Friday night. He was reportedly traveling from Guangdong province, South Africa's most populous province, which includes Johannesburg, to the neighboring, Mpumalanga province. According to a provincial official, the woman who consented to be smuggled was also arrested.
All right.
South
That's
Africa. South Africa has banned all non-essential travel between provinces and cities to curb the spread of the coronavirus.
In the trunk.
Yep, in the trunk.
That's love.
I wonder how they were tipped off. Wonder what.
Maybe the shocks blew out.
Oh,
maybe she was Big Butt Bertha.
A big woman there.
I think she might have been a big lady.
Yeah, the tailpipe was dragging.
But it's kind of love in the time of Corona.
Yeah.
Sure.
There are going to be, I would think, a bunch of rom-coms.
Yeah, I'm already
out of
tired
this.
of them, and they haven't even come out yet.
Yeah. There'll be bad visual puns at the beginning of the movie. They're on the beach drinking a Corona.
Really?
Yeah, well,
sounds like something you'd want to do. The Corona beer.
I love Corona beer. This will never.
Me
this doesn't
too.
affect my.
What do you shove in there? A lime?
Oh, sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So is he going through some kind of a checkpoint?
Well, that's my point. I don't know what happened that they were tipped off that this woman was in the trunk.
Sir, do you have any drugs? Or loved ones in the trunk?
Unless her coat was hanging out the back where he got it caught in the trunk or something. I don't know.
She wasn't tied up or anything, was she?
No, she consented to this.
Okay, I'm just asking. Okay, now got a request for this song.
You know where it is?
I got it now. From Wickliffe, Ohio.
You're not helping.
From Dave and Joe.
Hey, Dave. What's up,
Joe.
Dave? What's up, Joe?
This is a song that Bob sent us, and he was on the show with us live on Friday. But here's the song.
I'm gonna take a risk, leave my house and buy myself some food. I'll wear latex gloves, a new face mask, and a condom, so he's safe too. The lines are long, the shelves are sparse, just as I suspected. One man coughs without a mask, now the whole damn store's infected. One man coughs, now run for cover. One man coughs, stop, drop, and roll. One man coughs, and then another. Adios. Get my ass home. No soaps or wipes to disinfect. This truly is disturbing. I'll wash my hands and drown my fears with fine Kentucky bourbon. No white, no wheat, not a slice of bread, but plenty of hot dog buns. The toilet paper is all sold out. I guess I'll use hot dog buns. Not one sheet of toilet paper. Not one sheet in any class. Not one sheet of Charmin Ultra. Not one sheet to wipe my nose. I'm stuck at home under quarantine, getting worse each passing day. The wife says she'll have sex with me if I stand 6 feet away. In and out, ain't gonna happen. In and out, put on the shelf. In and out, no skin a slapping. In and out, all by myself. One man coughs, now I'm crapping. No TP in any John. In and out, ain't gonna happen. Adios, my ass is gone.
Thank you, Bob. Little one-man coughs by request from Wickliffe, Ohio. Our next letter comes to us from North Vancouver, British Columbia.
Oh, whoa.
From Brad.
Hi, Brad.
Mr. Boy.
Careful.
Does he want us to use his name? Is that at the end of the letter?
No.
Please don't use my name.
His last name is it's Falck.
Okay.
Falk?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sort of like
Falk.
Like Marshall or Peter.
Yes.
Yeah. Pretty easy, Falk.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's how you pronounce it?
Well, yeah, I would think Falk. Yeah. Or, yeah.
Okay.
What do you want to say?
Nothing.
As if I didn't know.
Now, when you line up for the airplane, we have lines A, B, and C.
Right.
Mr. Falk in A.
You're a child.
Hey, Brad, thanks for taking the time to write us.
What is it? What's the letter about?
Just how she's enjoying the show. And
He just wanted to say the name, chick.
no, I just thought it was nice to be hearing from someone in North Vancouver, British Columbia.
Of course,
A friend of mine lives right near there.
Yeah.
Maybe he knows him.
Could
Maybe
be.
he's friends with the Falks.
Yeah, Falk, no better friend than the Falk friend.
Right.
You probably know the mother, right?
Fanny Falk?
Oh, mother.
Mother. Falker. Yeah, let's just move on. Had a great shave this morning. Thank you very much to my friends at Harry's Razors. And now's the time you don't want to walk into a drugstore, that's for sure. And Harry's delivers them right to your door. And we've got a special offer coming up where that delivery will cost you nothing. And it's the best offer ever from Harry's. You know the guys, Harry's, they looked into what they were paying too much money for, did some research and found out, wow, we're paying way too much for razor blades. We don't have to have some fancy ball and a battery that slips in the thing. It doesn't have to look like a spaceship. How about just a great, clean-looking razor with the best steel made? That's the key, sharp steel. So Harry's went to Germany and found a factory that had been making steel for 90-plus years. I think they're going on 100 now. Joined 10 million guys who've tried Harry's. New customers get $5 off the Harry's trial set plus free shipping. So if you do the math on that, well, it means $3. That's right. You get the razor, the weighted handle, the foaming shave gel, the travel cover for $3. Plus free shipping when you use the code Bob and Tom at harrys.com. This is a great offer for Bob and Tom show listeners, knocking $5 off the trial set cost when you use the code Bob and Tom at harrys.com. Blade refills are about half the price. About $2 a blade. So you can have them delivered right to your house. Makes it extra super convenient. Try Harry's. I think you'll like it very much. I know I do. Harrys.com. The code is Bob and Tom. $3. And that's pretty much it. As they say, that's all she wrote. $3. And free shipping. How much is the shipping, John?
Free.
Thank you very much. You're very good at that.
Thank you.
Just got a text here. Looks like Donnie Baker's on the move. That'll be next. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, it might be a good time to treat yourself to a Bob and Tom VIP membership. I said Bob and Tom. That's right. Check out the Bob and Tom VIP premium service, including the live 7-camera video stream of the show each and every morning. You've been watching it for free on YouTube recently, but that's going to go away at some point, and then it'll be the VIPs who are watching every day, including the Bob and Tom Show commercial-free and on-demand with our daily podcast and access to the Bob and Tom archives and the complete album library. Check it out now at bobandtom.com/VIP.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. The coronavirus outbreak's already made a shamble of the summer movie season. Now, it's starting to make inroads into what movies will be out this fall and winter. Warner Brothers has said it will delay a batch of releases, including the new Batman movie and a Sopranos prequel titled The Many Saints of Newark. Batman pushed back 4 months until October 2021, and the Sopranos prequel will be moved from September to March of 2021. Had things turned out differently, it would have been E Street Band guitarist Steven Van Zandt, who played Tony Soprano in The Sopranos. Van Zandt was one of 3 finalists for the role, according to actor Michael Imperiali, who hosts the podcast Talking Sopranos with fellow actor Steve Sciarippa. Imperiali says, while James Gandolfini got the part, show creator David Chase wrote the character of Silvio for Van Zandt. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hi, man, this is Donnie Baker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
New this season on the Bob and Tom Television Network.
Look, up in the sky.
It's a bird. It's a plane. It's the biggest set of jugs I've ever seen. It's Shirtless Girl. Posing as a topless dancer, showing off her pecs. No one knows her secret till she takes off her specs. She's Shirtless Girl.
Shirtless Girl.
With her special powers, she gives the bad guys fits. She don't use no gun, she stops them with her. She's Shirtless Girl.
Shirtless Girl.
Working in the chemistry lab one day, sophomore year, nothing seemed amiss. But that night, an amazing transformation took place. And the next morning, young Debbie Yabo woke to find...
My God, I'm huge. I must dedicate these to fighting evil.
Little did Debbie know that years before, on the planet Lactoid, a planet whose gravity was causing it to sag dangerously toward the sun, her father, Major Yabo, and Mother Teton sent their infant daughter, Areola, rocketing through the Milky Way to Earth, knowing one day she'd become Shirtless Girl, keeping the city of Metropolis safe.
Okay, nobody move. Hand over all the money.
It's Shirtless Girl!
Not so fast, bad guy.
Oh, yeah, like some dame is gonna...
Get a load of these.
Huh? Oh, I can't run away. Hell, I can't even walk.
Thanks, Shirtless Girl!
You're welcome, citizens. Don't touch those.
Sorry.
Along with her fellow superheroines, Wonder Bra Woman, Bikini Spider Woman, The Flash, and the Green Horny Shirtless Girl formed the Legion of Super Hooters.
Look, it's the tat signal. Some boob must need help. I better call my teenage bosom buddy A-Cup and head to the wet cave. I know. I'll use the Hooter Scooter.
And once again, Shirtless Girl, you've kept Metropolis safe. Warm and snug and soft, bouncy. Once again, defeating your archenemy, the Jiggler. We are grateful. Thanks, Shirtless Girl.
Yay!
You're welcome, citizens. Don't touch those.
Sorry.
Come again next week for another titillating adventure of Shirtless Girl.
Shirtless Girl is on.
721 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you, Chick. Christy Lee has the weather forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Mix of sun and clouds today, high 54. Clear tonight, down to 40. Partly cloudy, warm, breezier tomorrow, high 68. Currently sunny and 47.
Because it's breezier.
Breezier's okay.
Is it? Okay.
Breezier said
then done.
I don't know.
Blow
we
with
singing?
him, go with him.
Yeah.
Anything but show with him. It's
Breezier.
yeah, that needs work, but there's something there, I think.
What is it? What's that song?
done.
No, I can't think of
Easier
what-
said than done.
Easier said than done. Yes!
That's a great song. That's a classic.
Welcome.
60s.
Welcome to Goofyville. Come right in.
We'll have to get breezier said than done.
Breezier said than
For
done.
the next time that comes up. Thank you,
Well,
Christy.
breezy.
You're welcome.
Check local listings for breezy condition.
We want to say thanks to everybody who helped out yesterday. Our little food drive, a huge success. Details coming up, but a big number. Thanks very much for joining us. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Getting all of our electronic components lined up here.
Yeah.
Let's see now. That's actually Josh.
Hi.
Trouble there for a
okay.
second. That's actually Chick.
Yes, I'm the real Chick McGee.
I'm actually Tom. Yep, that's Ace over there. And then a minute ago, we had the virtual Jess and the virtual Pat over there on that screen.
It was like a CNN thing. We were all our correspondents are checking in. Yeah.
I think they can both hear us.
Yes, we can definitely hear you. Can you hear us?
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, now we can see you.
Hi.
You got what is that, a water cooler in back of you? What's going on?
That's a window.
Where's my window?
Oh, okay.
Yes, a giant water cooler. Your,
Two of them.
the picture of your paramecium is tilted a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's what that, okay.
Yeah.
Threw me a little bit.
Okay.
The roses or whatever.
Once again,
I'll fix it.
broadcasting and social distancing at the same time. Christy Lee is in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. She gets a room
here.
all to herself.
Yeah.
And there she is. We had a weird story yesterday I wanted to bring back up. It's just the transmission of this coronavirus thing is, the doctors are pretty much all saying the same thing, which is wash your hands, sanitize, be careful, keep your distance, et cetera, et cetera. But people have lots of questions about how they can get it, what kind of services can hold it. And in Australia, on an Australian talk show, this came up. Do you have that story by chance?
Yeah, on an episode of Australian Broadcast Corporation's podcast Coronacast, journalist Tegan Taylor and Dr. Norman Swan addressed a few questions from listeners about the coronavirus.
I'm Dr. Norman Swan.
Well, Dr. Swan. One audience member asked, hey, if the virus can turn up in feces, does that mean farts could be a transmission route? Dr. Swan responded, luckily we wear a mask which covers our farts all the time, which of course would be pants. But advised against farting near other people as well as bare bottom.
Well, does that
farting.
mean you can wear underwear on your face?
Well, you could.
What that means?
I guess.
I can wear mine.
Yeah, doctor.
Who's huffing? Who is huffing the moist flatulence of someone else?
I tell you what, I bet if I go to Pornhub right now and just type in.
Oh, don't do that.
Fart huffing, is that a thing?
Huffer?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
I'm just going to Google fart huffer.
Oh, no, don't. I was just, please.
Remember
I don't
that morning we were talking about fetishes? And there was a guy who liked to be stomped by a lady in
high heels,
stiletto heels. He liked to have his area stomped.
I keep thinking that there's that Foreigner song, Head Knocker.
Yeah.
Fart huffer. Just disgusting. Oh, God. Sorry I brought that
I
up.
can't take it.
Are you on the phone?
So much stuff.
No, there's the phone.
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
Hey, Donnie. Sorry, I
I'm
didn't.
with you guys. Who's out there doing the research on this and getting paid? How's this a shovel-ready job?
I have no idea how that made it to the news wire.
I swear to God, like some volunteers going, okay, sir, now we need you to fart through this pair of dockers into this beaker. We're going to trap it and measure the particulates in the air. Okay, now I need you to drop your shorts and rip another free-range greaser into this jar and we'll compare.
All right.
I swear to God, I'll never fart bare-assed.
Oh.
Well, good.
Unless I'm in the shower or the hot tub or on a dune buggy. But other than that...
You're bare-assed on a dune buggy?
Yeah. I want to hear more about that.
That sounds fun.
Well, I keep my farts under cloth, like a bullfighter.
Yeah.
But what I've started doing, here's a little trick. Guys, once we're back out dating after this quarantine, let's say you're on a date and you can feel a rumble, you got some heat seekers brewing. Just take one of them Snuggle or Downy dryer sheets and wedge it in your crack.
Oh, gee.
Oh.
Laugh if you want, Christy, but I always keep one in the chamber.
Really?
That way, if you have to open the hatch on the date, it smells like lemon pledge in the car. Okay, go ahead and laugh, Christy, but it works better than the tricks you ladies try to pull
What is that?
off.
Like what?
Oh, one time I broke the seal on Patty Ferguson's Spanx, and for 2 weeks my waterbed smelled like deviled eggs.
Oh, man.
So take my advice and use a dryer sheet. The best part, none of my pants got static cling, and my sack never sticks to my leg when it gets real humid.
There's a plus.
I didn't know that would fix that. Okay.
Oh, and spoiler alert, if you head to the bathroom and realize they're out of toilet paper, voila, you already got a run on the board.
Oh, hey, I never thought of that.
Well, Tom, you always brag about using coffee filters when you're out, but I'm telling you, man, a dryer sheet's the way to go. It'll clean you up all nice and good, leave your booty smelling April fresh.
Oh.
Plus, dryer sheet's got two sides without folding it over.
Do they?
Well, I got to run, man. Whoopi's working on addition subtraction today for school, and I got to figure out how to use this abacus right quick.
Okay.
Good luck.
Good luck.
I got to go.
Tom, would you care to go over again your stance on dryer sheets? Your policy?
Don't like them.
You did like them.
Too convenient, works too well.
Yeah.
Clothes too fresh.
You take your clothes out of the dryer and your hands are all greasy.
No.
I just disagree.
I
From what?
totally
They're
disagree.
not greasy at all.
I don't know what you were using.
There's a slight film on the dryer sheet itself, but when you put it in,
Yes,
but
right.
it doesn't
Now
go-
we're talking putting it in your dryer, not in your gluteal cleft.
Of course.
No, I'm talking
Like
about shoving
Johnny
it in my
is
ass.
suggesting. Okay.
And yes, yeah. But I don't feel that it transfers onto the clothes.
No.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I just put those tennis balls in my dryer all the
Yeah,
time.
but there's still static cling. I can't stand
Yes.
that.
And your clothes stink.
Yes, I tried that because you were such a proponent. So I listened.
I got them online. They look like white
I
tennis
know.
balls.
I have the exact same ones.
It's wool
yes,
dryer
wool
balls, yeah.
dryers. Yeah.
And dryer balls. I was a member of the Dryer Ball Society when I was in college.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a big fan.
You use powder.
I'm so curious about you and your ball upkeep. You really put powder on there every morning, the whole deal?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I've never done that. I've never used
I've gone from the spray. Sometimes I get the spray, but
really?
Usually it's just...
For what? Does it make it more comfortable?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Just
Do you get sticky?
Not anymore.
Was there a
sticky issue?
Adhesive issue?
Don't you ever stand up and your sack's glued halfway to your knee?
I don't, Jess.
Maybe,
Because I wear underwear.
I'm wearing underwear.
Once.
Baby powder or Gold Bond or
Gold Bond. Yeah.
Ah.
I'm sure
You
there
do
are
this
other
too?
fine brands.
See, Ace doesn't do it.
What's that got to do with
Josh, do
anything?
you do it?
I do not powder my no, I don't.
It does add a very weird effect because it's white powder.
Yeah.
So it gives your Johnson that kind of Revolutionary War wig look. Oh, look. George Washington. Well, there's George Washington this morning.
Well, could have
Ace, you should try it. It might frighten you.
It'd be like a zebra.
I just don't know what the benefit of it is to go through that process every morning. Maybe I will.
My friend PJ turned me onto it years ago.
Okay.
And, you're sitting there during one of our discussions. You're sitting around and ball talk.
Josh, we're reasonable friends. How many times we talked about our
Ball
ball upkeep on our testicles?
Honest to God, I think we were doing the artwork for a show called Ball Talk.
Oh,
on one of our affiliates. I'm not kidding.
Oh.
I can even remember the guy's name. It was
something Sigursky.
Ball Talk with Dan Agursky, I believe it was. And we were doing a logo or something. And
gotcha. So PJ out of nowhere goes,
I'll tell you what, this will change your life.
He was coming on to you. You know that, right?
Oh,
no,
wait
he was trying to hit on you.
No, I don't think so.
Not PJ.
No. But in any event.
You don't think Tom likes PJ in that way?
No.
Or PJ likes Tom?
No, I don't think so. Not in that
So
way.
we just found out from Donnie that he smells like Lemon Pledge when you open up his trousers.
Well, that's exciting.
Certainly good to know. Well, time for us to move on. And I do have some really nice letters here that I think we can get to. We're getting a lot of requests for this song. This is from a guy who's famous, sort of very famous in Northern Ohio and at a lot of colleges around there. For years he was famous. And he's also got a huge following down in Key West, Florida. He's a terrific performer. He used to write with Shel Silverstein.
Oh.
The guy from, what's the famous book he wrote? The Tree.
Giving Tree.
The Giving Tree.
Sure,
Right. And very,
if you're having a good day, read that.
Very witty guy. Shel. This is a song called You're There, and it applies right now. It's about the ever-present presence of the people that are in your life at present.
This is a song I wrote for a special person. All right. Each time I need a trusted friend, you're there. With tears to dry and a heart to mend, you're there. And when I'm down in misery and the whole world turns its back on me and I need some love and sympathy, you're there. Nice, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
And when I'm weary and tired of trying, honey, you're there. And anytime I need a shoulder to cry on, you're there. And sometimes when I come home with a heavy heart and weary bones and I need a little time alone, you're there. I want to turn the stereo on, but you're there. I gotta get in to use the John, but you're there. And when I wake up lovingly and turn on my pillow, hoping to see Kim Bassinger smiling back at me, you're there. Oh, this is more of a good thing than I ever planned. damn togetherness. A one-man stand. Don't get me laughing here.
All right, sorry.
I want to flop down in my favorite chair, but you're there. I can't see in the mirror to comb my hair, 'cause you're there. And when I want a little snack at night, I sneak down to the fridge to get a little bite. I see a big fat ass blocking out the light, 'cause you're there.
Pat Daly. What a great song that is, and it's more appropriate than ever.
Yeah.
Right there, baby.
Right there. It's a small kitchen.
Yeah.
Pretty big house.
What'd she say to you the other day? You told us? Didn't she just say shut up or something? Didn't she say shut up?
Was that on the air? I don't think he said that.
That was off the air.
No, I think he did say, yeah.
What? No, what
Well, it's going to happen. Come on. You guys are, I love you more all the time. You're a couple. Come on. Right?
I may have been positioned in the kitchen in the wrong area.
Doing something that you absolutely, your policy is nobody's in the kitchen if you're in the kitchen.
No, when I'm doing the dishes, I need my space. I've got a system.
I'm the same way, and
if anyone's standing, do not go to the refrigerator.
Hang on, another county heard from. What do you got, Josh?
Yeah, no. When I like to do the dishes, I've got a system. I want the kitchen.
Oh my Lord!
I've made it very clear. This is my meditation time.
Yes, you got
doing the dishes.
Got
very
my room.
zen, very zen.
I've got my gloves on. I finally found gloves that work.
Oh, okay.
Do you do the snap, when you put your glove on?
Oh, you use the nice Playtex rubber gloves that go all the way up to your arm?
I had to buy extra large, and I finally found some online. And you've
got very, very big hands.
And when you take them off, then they're in reverse.
Right.
Then you just blow into them, and they pop out, and they're ready to go again. They're fantastic.
So you reuse them every other time inside out? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, these are designed so they work both ways. So they're the best.
Oh.
When I say I'm going to do the dishes, this is what everybody in my girlfriend hears. Oh, I should refill the Brita pitcher right now.
Yes, exactly. It's unbelievable.
The dog hears, well, I'll sit between his legs. And the 3-year-old hears, I get to play with knives.
Yes, exactly.
You know, today is Bulldog Appreciation Day,
Oh,
Josh.
really?
Yes.
Well, we have a Boston Terrier, but I do love the Bulldog.
They're kind of cute. Is it Boston Terrier or Bulldogs?
A friend of mine just got one last week. They're very excited.
Really?
A Bulldog?
Brand new Bulldog.
Oh, they are fun. They're cute. yeah, they're noisy.
Little slobbering going on there. Now, coming up, I want to pose a question, if you'll remind me. I don't use emojis all that often. Mm-hmm. And I kind of resent it when my phone hands me one that I'm typing something out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, sometimes if you type a word, they'll suggest an emoji.
Yeah, and I that's fun. When you're, my 7-year-old loves them.
Sure.
I had a situation occur. I want you to tell me if it was inappropriate when we come back. If it was inappropriate or not.
Did it involve an eggplant?
No, it involved
teardrops.
It involved an unfortunate death.
Oh, all right.
Wow. Yeah, all right.
Oh, I can't make this stuff up.
My problem is with text is that I always, no matter what, and after being talked to about it several times, I always imply inflection in whatever text I get.
Can't be sarcastic.
Yeah. Good morning. Good morning. That's what I hear. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh.
We need a sarcastic font. We've been saying that forever.
Yeah.
So you know.
What have you been up to? What are you doing? Stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll discuss that when we come back. Also, Pat, are you there?
Yep.
There we go.
He's right there.
I am. Yeah.
Okay.
Hi.
There you go. Your glasses looked weird. When we come back, you got another song.
I'm doing
coming
radio
out of
mime.
Okay, we got another song. He just froze. Okay, good. We got another song coming out of him when we get back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Bob and Tom 24/7.
Looking for something to do tonight besides watching statistics and news about the outbreak? Well, how about tuning in to Bob and Tom on the YouTube channel? That's right, Bob and Tom Tonight. 20 minutes of video highlights from today's Bob and Tom show tonight. Just search Bob and Tom YouTube or go to bobandtom.com and tune in. Subscribe today. That's free, and you can be watching Bob and Tom Tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on Bob and Tom's YouTube channel. I'm Mark Allison with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred has made a move that allows teams to lay off or cut the pay of major and minor league managers, coaches, trainers, and full-time scouts starting May 1st. Manfred has suspended uniform employee contracts that cover about 9,000 people, including general managers on some teams. Manfred cited the inability to play games due to the national emergency caused by the coronavirus pandemic. Novak Djokovic says he won't take any anti-coronavirus vaccination if it becomes compulsory for tennis players to return to the World Tours. The world's top-ranked men's tennis player says in a live Facebook chat he wouldn't, quote, be forced by someone to take a vaccine in order to be able to travel, unquote. Djokovic and his wife have 2 children and have spoken previously against vaccinations. He won the Australian Open in January for his 17th Grand Slam singles title. The Jacksonville Jaguars have waived oft-injured receiver Marquise Lee to create nearly $5 million in salary cap space, parting with a player who had just 3 receptions over the last 2 years combined. That's not good. The Jaguars were waiting for Lee to get fully healthy before letting him go, giving him the best chance to pass a physical with another team. He missed the entire 2018 season following a major knee injury and injured his shoulder last October, causing him to miss the final 8 games. That's a look at your sports. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
My buddy goes, let's go get these massages. We were in Montreal, Canada. I got a back rub.
Yeah.
Sitting in the lobby waiting for him, and he comes out. And he goes, so what all did she do to you? I go, she massaged my back. He goes, what?
Yeah.
I go, what did you do? He goes, I had sex with her. I go, what the hell? I go, was I supposed to say something? Or
yeah.
And he goes, no, normally they. I go, well, she must not have liked me.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
His name is Stosh Dombrowski. He just turned 81. Yeah. Down at the bowling alley, he plays the accordion. Hey, hey, hey! Hey, hey, hey! He won't play any waltzes. He won't play western swing. He only plays the polka. He is a polka king. He plays a couple polkas, and he's stinking drunk by 10. And he'll be back tomorrow to polka once again. If he's sobered up by then, roll and barrel out, living la vida polka. Disco sauerkraut, living la vida polka. He really should retire to a condo down in Boca, but he can't give it up, living la vida polka. Living la vida polka. Hey, living la vida polka.
743 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much. Let's see now. A couple quick things. Yesterday, we asked you to help us out and order some lunches to be served to these great people working at the various medical facilities around central Indiana. And for everyone you bought, we'd buy one. And boy, did you respond. Right now, 2,600 and counting.
Oh, man.
Thanks also
great.
to our friends at Citizen State Bank and Indiana State Bank for matching the donations. And we matched them, too. So a giant home run thanks to Hughes Culinary for the lunches. So it'll be a pretty tasty lunch. What did Craig call him yesterday? Was it
Filet sliders.
A filet slider.
Have you had those at Harry and Izzy's? OMG.
Let's say
They're one of my favorites.
by that you hear the word filet and then slider. It's like the best of two worlds.
Yep. Yeah, they do a good job there.
That's like a monster truck and someone's car to crush right in front of you. So thanks, Craig, and everybody at Hughes Catering. And thanks, everybody out there. What a cool thing. Just a drop in the bucket, I know, but there's not much. We all feel pretty helpless and you don't know what to do to help. But that was a kind of a fun thing. So
feel-good thing.
Nicely done, everybody. Quick forecast is needed right now from Christy Lee.
Yeah, Q95, Fox 59 weather. Mix of sun and clouds with a high of 54. Clear tonight down to 40. Partly cloudy, breezier. High 68 tomorrow. 46 now.
Okay, thank you very much. Also, be listening for your shot at $1,000 again on the Bob and Tom Show, maybe, or on another show. It could be coming up sometime today. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Thanks very much for joining us. Let's see now. I look around the room. I see Ace, Chick, Josh. This is Tom speaking. And then we go to the video. There's Pat Godwin over there.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Patty.
And let's see. Also behind the glass over there is Christy Lee.
Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom.
Got your own room. And now, is Jess Hooker still dialed in over there?
I am still here.
Oh, there you
Hi,
go.
Tom.
Okay, that's pretty cool. When you start talking, the TV switches.
Yes.
Isn't that amazing? Technology. Huh?
Yeah.
How does it? No. Now, Pat, what have you got in mind over there?
The Stones performed on Saturday night, and they were Zooming. There were four squares, 4 boxes. I will attempt to pull off one of those boxes.
Okay.
Now, this was that benefit concert, and Charlie Watts was actually playing air drums.
It appeared he was, yeah.
Yes.
And Mick had a guitar out, and he was actually singing because it synced up.
Yeah, he was live. They had some backing tracks. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I heard an organ in there, so the backing track was probably the organ and the drums and the bass,
Piano,
I guess.
a little bit of piano, I think.
Keith was noodling around doing something, but it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was very cool.
They knocked it out of the park, I thought.
Yeah.
And they sang the song, You Can't Always Get What You Want.
Exactly. All right. Are you with me?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, everybody ready?
Hey, roll,
yeah.
I went down to the CVS drugstore. Get my hair dye and some little blue pills. Back in the house alone with my son Jimmy. And man, he's none too thrilled. He asked me to take him to Sky Zone and his favorite restaurant, Lobster Red. I said, Jimmy, we're not allowed to be around people. All right. And how about a cheap PB&J instead? I said to him, you can't always go where you want. You can't always go where you want. And if you try sometime, oh, yeah, you just might find COVID-19. All right, be safe, everyone.
Thank you,
Mr. Jaguar.
Thank you, Mick. Mick Jaguar. Of course, famous on this show for his tribute to Gardner Minshew.
Oh, yes.
Yes. That's another terrific song. By the way, I'm getting some requests for the Gardner Minshew song. So
No, you're not.
We got to get him back in the news.
No,
You're lying.
No? Okay, fine. I'll print them out for you and distribute them.
I'd like to hear it, Tom.
Well, I can't find it right now.
No, I mean, I'd like to hear the song,
Well,
regardless.
we can't do it right now.
It involves a very complicated setup of.
And the bass is gone in here. And
We'll have to do it in the next couple of days. We'll get ready for it.
So if you requested it today, expect it.
No, you don't. You can't. We can't do everything for you.
What are you looking to us for entertainment?
Yeah,
we can't
come
do
on.
everything. Come on. We're cheating death being here as it is. Come on.
We have been receiving lots of mail here at Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com.
Man, I love my job.
Including a photograph of a guy
Yes?
with a pair of BVDs over his face, using them as
A mask.
a mask.
Oh, boy.
Does it have a stripe down the front?
Probably Probably could have been laundered a little better. Thanks. I appreciate that.
You got panties on your head.
I got a pro baby powder on the sack letter.
Okay.
From Ray.
Ray.
Thank
Powders
you, Ray.
is nuts. Good for you.
Got a request for some Aruba Ray, speaking of people named Ray. So.
We'll have to see if we can dig him up.
Okay, see if we can get him out
You know,
there.
we can't always do what you want us to do.
Yeah, we can't do everything for you. I think a wise man once said.
Here's an odd one. This says, good morning. I'm having my Easter this weekend.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's weird enough. I
Maybe
guess.
they're Jewish.
Is that how it works?
Yeah, Jewish people have their Easter the next week.
Okay, and he goes, this is from Travis. And I would love to hear the...
Tom, that's not how it works. But
I would love to hear the turkey song from Haywood Banks.
What? It has nothing to do with Easter.
What?
Yeah, I'm confused.
He must be having a turkey for Easter. He must be having a big celebration.
Okay, because
and they're having a turkey.
That song is sort of Thanksgiving specific.
And you know that turkeys are hard to find right now.
They are.
Yes.
I wanted to do it.
I did too. We talked about doing Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we did it 2 Sundays ago.
Well, you're lucky you found one.
Yeah, we'll have to go where you went.
Yeah.
Are we still in the middle of a yeast shortage? Isn't that right? Did I hear that?
I found some, finally. But, there's a lot of people are baking bread and doing stuff like that. But I guess we can break the format a little bit.
Oh, you think so? Okay.
Well, this is unheard of. Out of you.
You know what? Times are different. This is a new normal.
You don't like to play schools out unless school's out.
School is out, kind of.
Yeah, you can play schools out.
Play that every day.
Yes, but the process of him, never mind.
I was kidding.
So even though this is kind of about Thanksgiving, we'll say if you want to have a Thanksgiving to celebrate Easter or whatever, Mother's Day or just being confined, have a nice holiday turkey. Here's a little bit of Haywood.
I am a turkey bird. I live a turkey life. I got me 13 turkey kids and a little turkey wife. I get a lot of corn and wander around the pen. Have a drink of water, then I have some corn again. A feather sticking out, pecking on the ground. Come on, check me out. I'm strutting all around. Dangly noodle hang thing, growing off my face. Looking good, only thing to say is whoop, whoop, whoop. My big brother Jake, he always was the smarty. He heard that November ends, we're going to a party. Going to a party, I'll be the guest of honor, where they will present to me a red pop-up thermom. Had a little dream, all the good china. You know I like cranberries, lighting the candles. Pass me the rutabaga. Any corn left? Getting kind of sleepy. You ate too much? Boy, I'm stuffed. I am a turkey bird. I live a turkey life. I got me 13 turkey kids and a little turkey wife.
The genius of Haywood Banks celebrating a little bit of Thanksgiving time, even though it's not Thanksgiving time.
Why
for
not,
Travis.
Tom?
Yeah, why not?
Good for you. I'm proud of you for breaking.
How about a
your...
Christmas song?
No, I'm not going to do that yet. Is this going to be a COVID-19 Christmas? Let's hope not.
Oh, my, come on. Don't say that out loud.
I think,
we don't know. We don't know, but
Santa with a mask on.
Maybe there'll be enough tests where your family can get to
Okay, let's hope so.
Yeah.
You wear your mask when you go into a store now?
Yeah, I haven't been anywhere.
like that?
I haven't been anywhere. Let's see. I've been to one place in the last 10 days.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, there is a problem real quick. I just want to say, if you are wearing masks and gloves, whatever, don't discard them in the parking lots of the grocery stores.
Joke.
Go ahead and throw them in the proper receptacles. There was a poor older gentleman who worked at the grocery store picking these things up. They don't need to be doing that.
But we can still throw away the condoms, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, of
Condoms
course.
are fine,
Yeah.
A rubber glove might look like it.
When we come back, we've got some emoji talk.
Yeah, I was going to say we never got to that.
Yeah. It's disturbing. I'll tell you about it in just a couple of minutes. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Bob and Tom 24/7. It's not on air, it's online.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Rolling through a Tuesday with you, correspondent Jess Hooker. Economonologues with Kostaki Economopoulos on the way. And later this morning, we'll check in with one of the fastest men on the planet, IndyCar driver Alexander Rossi. Yes, he's won the Indy 500, did it as a rookie. Unfortunately, the Indy 500 has been postponed. It's now scheduled to run on August 23rd, so it will take place, the 100 and blah, blah running of the Indianapolis 500. I should know, but I forgot. But that's all right. We'll find out from Alexander Rossi coming up right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. The South Korean government says no unusual activity has been detected in North Korea after unconfirmed reports have described leader Kim Jong-un as in frail condition after heart surgery. The presidential Blue House says it had no information about the rumors on Kim's health. Meanwhile, the World Health Organization says rushing to ease coronavirus restrictions will likely lead to a resurgence of the illness, a warning that comes as governments start rolling out plans to get their economies up and running. Whose director for the Western Pacific region said we need to ready ourselves for a new way of living for the foreseeable future. He said governments must remain vigilant to stop the spread of the virus, and the lifting of lockdowns and other social distancing measures must be done gradually to strike the right balance between keeping people healthy and allowing economies to function. And the Trump administration and congressional leaders insist a final deal is in reach on an aid package for small businesses that could exceed $450 billion. Both sides have been struggling for days to push an agreement across the finish line as small businesses suffer from the coronavirus-impaired economy. President Donald Trump hopes to see a Senate vote on that today. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
My buddy goes, let's go get these massages. We were in Montreal, Canada. I got a back rub.
Yeah.
Sitting in the lobby waiting for him, and he comes out, and he goes, so what all did she do to you? I go, she massaged my back. He goes, what? Yeah. I go, what did you do? He goes, I had sex with her. I go, what the hell? I go, was I supposed to say something? Or
yeah.
And he goes, no, normally they. I go, well, she must not have liked me.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Comedy, guests, Bob and Tom exclusives, and it's here on the internet. Bob and Tom 24/7.
Church league softball fist fight, getting washed in the blood on a Tuesday night. What would Jesus do? Lord, he wouldn't do that. Knock hell out of a preacher with the softball bat. Well, the swinging shepherds from the sheep of the Savior were tied with the Sourwood Church of Christ, an example of some highly unholy behavior in a game that had already been protested twice. Something unbiblical must have been said for them to be aiming heat at a minister's head. Clocking the clergy ain't the thing to do, but neither's the high hard one on a 0-2. Church league softball fist fight, a buddy laying on a hands neath the left field lights, knocking out 4 teeth, getting a busted lip. Ain't exactly my idea of Christian fellowship. Church league softball fist fight, rolling around the pitcher's mound, it just don't look right for nice people from the church and the Sunday school class to trade the cup of brotherhood for a can of whoop.
Thanks for listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
There are water shortages in Nairobi after floods tore through a dam. Apparently, someone aggravated the god of irony. 5 ounces of crack cocaine were found in a toddler's diaper. Cops became suspicious when the combination of the two smells made the drug dog pee himself with excitement.
Yeah, dogs love diapers.
They
That's
do.
True.
Corporate sponsors are finally signing up with the International Gay Rodeo Association. The odd thing about a gay rodeo, after the long weekend, you never know exactly why your ass is sore.
Really? Jim Gaffigan joins us in the studio. Jim is a veteran comedian and actor, famous for a couple of oddball appearances on Sex and the City.
But I am an actor and a comedian, but I'll tell you guys.
Holy moly, I did it again. 8 o'clock at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
You know, he's got to be holy moly explosion. Uh-oh, I did it again.
No, an explosion.
No. Christy Lee has a quick forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Mix of sun and clouds. Look for a high of 54. Clear tonight down to 40. Partly cloudy, warmer, breezy. 68 on Wednesday. Rain coming on Thursday. That looks like your stay-in day. Currently 46.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, let's see now. You could get some bills paid. If you're lucky, be listening for a shot at $1,000 coming up today on Q95. Let's see now. Where was I? Somewhat distracted. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Check. There's Ace Cosby right over there. Check. The proprietor of I Hate Steven Singer presents the Ace Cosby joke of the day. We'll get to that in just a second. Josh is over there. Chick is over there. This is Tom speaking. We're in the big room. And through the glass in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom, it's Christy Lee.
Hi, everybody.
Tom? And then, yes, who's talking to me?
I am. When we are all vaccinated, may I give you a very big hug? Because I love you and I miss...
a big kiss on your forehead? I'd like to get in on that, by the way.
Maybe just a hug.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. You got it,
Supervision of a physician.
You got it.
Okay. Let's see now. Oh, there we go. Now we got the video working. We've got Jess over there on this big screen.
Hi,
I don't know
guys.
if we lost Mr. Godwin on the shuffle or not. Pat, are you there?
Oh, yeah. Pat messed something up. It's a break.
Okay. We don't need him for this segment because, as I mentioned, this is now the sponsored Ace Cosby joke of the day brought to you by I Hate Steven Singer, StevenSingerJewelers.com.
What's orange and sounds like a parrot? A carrot.
Oh, jeez.
24 karat gold. That's for sure.
Okay. Yeah.
That's you got to do a little addition.
You know, we forget that.
I don't write all these.
No.
But you do choose them.
Own the joke.
Yes, you do choose them.
And, you know, people share these with their kids and families, and it's the
family show.
highlight of their day.
Okay, tomorrow I'm going blue.
Nah, you don't need to do that.
I like that
Don't do
joke.
that.
What?
I like that joke.
Sure.
That's one Finn or, your kids would do that.
No, they're
joke.
going to love it.
And just giggle like it was funny.
What was the setup again exactly? How did you word it?
What's orange?
What's orange?
And sounds like a parrot.
It sounds like a parrot. A carrot.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's a solid joke, Ace. Very good. Very
Well,
good.
speaking of Finn,
Well, I wrote that.
you were talking about emojis before the break.
Oh.
Because you like to use emojis with your kids.
But that, I don't know if all the classics are going to be translated into emojis eventually.
Do you have the cartoon made yet of yourself that you can send people?
A Tom avatar?
Oh, yeah, they did that.
the Bitmoji?
Yeah, it doesn't really.
Yeah, I have that.
The ones of the girls look pretty good. You can do enough variation, but mine's pretty boring. But this is a true story. There's a lot of tragedy in the world right now, as you know. No need to underscore that. But I was on a group text involving...
Which are always fun.
Involving the sad end of someone.
Oh.
Oh, my.
And one of the people responded with the crying tear emoji.
Yes.
Oh.
Very sad.
That seems
But I mean,
a little tacky.
really?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Not the one where they're crying. They're
One tear
laughing,
or two tears?
They're laughing so hard they're crying. Not that one.
No,
sure.
That's the
No.
only crying emoji I've ever seen.
Yeah, there's one. Yeah, with just one tear.
It's tacky.
Really?
Use
Very
your
tacky.
words.
Say
Yep,
this is
I agree.
sad.
Yeah. Just say, oh, so sorry to hear it, or heartbroken, or, or don't say anything. You're on a group text.
I mean, what's next? Emojis in the confessional?
I believe there's an emoji Bible. I think they have.
Is one of the sins?
I remember seeing the story.
Is one of the sins eggplant water drops
on your neighbor's wife?
Peach,
On your
peach
neighbor's
donut,
peaches?
Or thinking about it all the
Peach
time. or-
Yeah. Man,
peach
oh,
to
man.
donut. Would that be the ATM?
No, it would be the ATP.
The ATP. I don't even know what that means. Isn't the ATP a golf tournament or something, or a tennis show?
I think peach to donut means bladder infection.
The King James Version of the Bible has now been translated into emojis.
Okay.
Yep.
I give up.
So do you feel comfortable, though, even texting someone words and saying how sorry you are? I think that does.
That's tough. That's tough, but
that seems awkward as well.
It's a matter of immediacy in today's world. And, I don't know. To me, it struck me as being...
I think it's a little tacky.
Yeah, very.
You remember Greg Hahn is okay with breaking up via text.
Oh, sure.
And how does he do it?
8 years, good run, I'm out, send.
Send, block.
Send,
he has since added, yeah.
He's added block to that. Yeah. Right too far.
I don't know. It just seems to me to be...
yeah, it's a little too informal for...
emojis are kind of... There's a certain cartoonness about them.
There's a sweetness about them, too, I think.
There can be, sure.
Yeah, I get it. I'm just...
They're like a text condom. Like if you don't know if it's going to go over well, it's like a safety. It's like a barrier. Like at the end...
You're right.
You like send and you're just like, oh, and here's a smiley face in case this isn't going to go over well.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we still have to come up with either some kind of emoji to indicate that it's sarcasm.
Yeah, I like the idea of a sarcastic font.
It has to be a font.
I think that's a brilliant idea.
How about quotes or italics or something, maybe, for sarcasm?
I don't know. These are unsolvable
I just sent you a
I
text.
have... Oh, sorry.
Tom, I just sent you a text if you want to look.
I have written... I put parentheses, and then in the parentheses, sarcastically... Like I would a stage direction. I have done that before.
Okay, like a play.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we'll move forward here. Are we still missing Mr. Godwin?
I think so. Yes.
Okay, because we have a song that we want to do. We'll do it later.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Christy's got one.
What have you got?
Japan is offering financial aid to prostitutes because regulations make it difficult for those in the stigmatized industry to apply without outing themselves. The country's central government launched a massive stimulus package worth about 108 trillion Japanese yen, nearly $1 trillion, to bolster the country during the impending economic downturn due to the coronavirus. So they're now offering aid.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah. Then. Where it's legal in Germany, I know there's a similar issue going on. So, talk about a stimulus package. That's their business.
Yes, it's a luxury. That and strudel.
Stimulating packages everywhere.
Yeah, yes.
I'm killing over here. What about the strudel?
I'm sure they were probably getting some money from the government already, or at least government officials.
Sure.
Right.
This is an interesting story.
All right.
The UK press regulator IPSO has ruled a woman.
It used to be the other part of it.
Facto.
I thought you were going to go
sold
with
his shares, right?
Yeah, Facto got out. Yeah.
Ruled a woman's attraction to chandeliers is not a sexual orientation.
Wait,
so not just a fetish. This person wanted a whole orientation dedicated to this.
Miss Amanda Liberty claimed in an article in The Sun, mocked her relationship with Lumiere, a 92-year-old German chandelier she purchased on eBay. We actually did this story.
Remember this lady?
This.
She changed her name to, what is it, Liberty something?
Yeah, Amanda Liberty, who identifies as objectum sexual, or a person attracted to objects, argued The Sun violated Ipso's code of conduct, which bars publishers from making derogatory references to a person's sexuality. Ipso
Give me a break.
dismissed Liberty's complaint in a ruling that stated their code, quote, provides protections to individuals in relation to their sexual orientation towards other persons and not to objects.
Well, you know what the punchline is. I'd have to get a look at the chandelier.
She also complained the
Apparently
newspaper...
She likes older dudes. The chandelier, would you say it was?
92.
92 years old.
Yes. She also complained that the newspaper misreported her relationship to the lamp/chandelier and saying she was married to it.
Narcissistic, publicity-seeking moron.
And she says
is
she's not
complaining about the coverage that she so desperately wants.
She's not yet married to her chandelier.
Oh, they're not married yet.
Not yet. The Sun also pointed out that Liberty had extensively talked to the media about her attraction towards chandeliers and other objects in the past, having previously changed her surname during a previous self-declared public relationship with Anyone recall this one?
Herself?
No, the Statue of Liberty. Remember that?
Oh.
Yeah.
So she's a gay.
Yeah. That is a woman.
Yeah, it is.
I can't get too judgmental here. I went to my friend's. He got married to a TV antenna.
Did he really?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Boy, the wedding was boring, but the reception was great.
All right, you're waffling on Ace's territory there.
See, I turned that one down.
Well, you know, a friend of ours, if he sees a 92-year-old chandelier, he has to immediately go to the bathroom.
Antiques,
yeah. He hates antiques.
Antiques, old lighting.
Won't stay at hotels. He gets all creeped out.
Grandfather clock.
Yeah.
He starts carrying low.
That's true. Do you know
Isn't
what
that
it is?
interesting? Yeah. That's an interesting fear.
So she
phobia.
claims she's attracted to objects.
Yeah.
How about an organ? Wurlitzer.
Yeah.
These crackpots, they're getting the news, and they're incredible narcissists, and they want their picture in the paper. And she's a crackpot. Let's face it.
Yeah, we need to stop catering to some of these folks. We're not. You don't get your own category because you want to hump a chandelier.
How do you hump your chandelier and leave everybody alone?
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to hump your chandelier in private, and let's get this.
You and your tall ladder.
I was going to say, she's got to hang upside down to do that, doesn't she?
If she wants to do that and pay her taxes, that's fine with me.
Right,
Is she a trapeze artist? What the heck?
Yeah, they can give birth to little sconces.
Speaking of all this, and you know how your life and your private life goes kind of wacky because of what you've talked about on the radio with you people. Well, in my case, I had the dogs out last night, and I started looking at this tree in my backyard. And I'll have to get a picture when I get home.
Yeah.
But it's very
sexy,
provocative. Yes.
What?
And wait till you see the picture. No, we had this.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
You had that story. Yeah.
Yes.
It
Well, you
looks
should
like,
go out and hug a tree.
It looks like my pear
is
tree
it-
has
is
a.
it-
A knot?
Is it an orifice-shaped knot?
Right.
It's it's an opening.
Well, that's the slang term for the
so tree
front
hugger.
naughty that's where it originated. You know,
the tree
from a hatchet.
Right.
Into a tree.
Right.
Really,
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Anyway, I'll get a picture of it and put it up on.
So now you're attracted to a tree, huh?
I wasn't attracted like I
You're going to get like 10 new followers.
said, Miss Contrary.
The folks who are.
I said, as your life gets warped because of this show, you're standing in your backyard and you go, hey, that tree's kind of hot.
Yeah, these are hard times.
Have you stuck your tongue in it?
Only twice,
Tongue?
but.
We got to work up to it.
Yeah, you got to get the sap going.
Yeah,
Little foreplay.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
I just look
leave
at
it
it
right
and say,
there.
hey, it's time.
Okay. Awfully demanding. You know what it's time for? It's time
What?
to stop overpaying for razors. Got a great shave myself this morning from Harry's Razors.
Oh, yeah, she's clean shaven, too.
Harry's. Could I just handle this? Just turn his mic off.
Well, I don't think I...
Thank you. Join 10 million guys who've tried Harry's Razors, and this is the best offer ever from Harry's because, hey, you're locked up anyway. You're confined. You can't go anywhere. You certainly don't want to go to the drugstore. Well, that's why Harry's is throwing this offer out there because they'll deliver it right to you. New customers get $5 knocked off the Harry's trial set, which means it's down to $3. And use the code Bob and Tom when you go to harrys.com. This is Harry's Razors, the return to the essential. Great blades, durable blades, fair price, $2 per blade. They've cut out the middleman, making blades in their German blade factory, which means you get incredibly well-made blades for about half the price of the ones you've been buying right now. It's about $2 per blade. So feel good about your purchase with Harry's 100% quality guarantee. If you don't love your shave, let them know, and they'll give you a full refund. Harry's, great offer for Bob and Tom Show listeners. Customers get $5 off a trial set from Harry's with the code Bob and Tom at harrys.com. You can get a razor with the weighted handle, the ergonomically correct handle, which makes a big difference. Foaming shave gel travel cover just for $3, plus the shipping costs you how much, Josh?
It's free.
Shipping is free when you use the code Bob and Tom at harrys.com. That's harrys.com. Use the code Bob and Tom. harrys.com. When we come back, if we can get Mr. Godwin dialed in, we'll have a little song from him. And we also have an interesting story about Blockbuster Video.
Oh, okay.
They're back when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Comedy via your computer. Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Hey, looking for something cool to wear? Why don't you go to bobandtomstore.com and pick out some cool Bob and Tom t-shirts, hats, or sweatshirts. for the Bob and Tom fan in your life, or maybe just for you. It's pretty simple. The Bob and Tom store never closes. Just head on over there. If you'd like the You Guys Rock Classic sweatshirt, just click on hoodies and tees, order the sweatshirt, boom, it's on its way to you. It's that simple. BobandTomStore.com.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. The coronavirus outbreak's already made a shamble of the summer movie season. Now it's starting to make inroads into what movies will be out this fall and winter. Warner Brothers has said it will delay a batch of releases, including the new Batman movie and a Sopranos prequel titled The Many Saints of Newark. Batman pushed back 4 months until October 2021, and the Sopranos prequel will be moved from September to March of 2021. Had things turned out differently, it would have been E Street Band guitarist Steven Van Zandt, who played Tony Soprano in The Sopranos. Van Zandt was one of 3 finalists for the role, according to actor Michael Imperielli, who hosts the podcast Talking Sopranos with fellow actor Steve Sciarippa. Imperielli says, while James Gandolfini got the part, show creator David Chase wrote the character of Silvio for Van Zandt. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Tarmac, you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Take that to the bank. 24/7. I know.
The man claimed he couldn't help himself when he guzzled 7 bottles of a spiked lemonade drink in the aisle of a supermarket. A 43-year-old Wisconsin man told police he was a recovering alcoholic and had been sober for 16 months before being driven to drink and downing the bottles of Jack Daniel's Lynchburg lemonade in 15 minutes and placing the empty containers back on the shelves. He was cited for retail theft.
Oh, so he'd go grab one, drink it, walk around the store, then go back and put it back.
No, he did it all in 7 bottles in 15 minutes.
15 minutes, Tom.
He had to just plant himself in the liquor aisle.
He must have had an opener with him, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Or there's probably a twist.
I wonder what triggered it. Was there something that he had seen in aisle 4 that bothered him?
His wife.
Morning, Bob and Tom Show.
Yes, if I could just have a few minutes of your time, I'd like to speak with you today about the joys of water sports. Is this Bob and or Tom?
This is this is Bob.
Yeah, perhaps you already own a boat. However, this is a wonderful opportunity for you to upgrade your boat.
Shut up, Randy. Read the script all right.
Hello there, 819 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much. Christy Lee's got a quick forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Mix of sun and clouds later today, high 54. Clear tonight down to 40. Partly cloudy, warmer, breezy on Wednesday, high 68. Right now we have cloudy skies, 45 degrees.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. Coming up, Kostaki Economopoulos and a report from Los Angeles, California. We'll see how he's doing there. Also, later on, we're going to talk to race car driver Alexander Rossi. See what, well, he's a guy going really fast, and now he's doing really nothing.
Virtual racing.
Everybody else. Yeah, we'll find out about what's going on with Alexander Rossi.
That's a good secret agent name, Alexander Rossi.
It is. It's a good one.
Yeah.
That's because it sounds like Alexander Mundy.
Oh, it takes the thief. Robert Wagner. Yeah.
Robert Wagner.
I never saw that.
Wasn't that his name, Alexander Mundy?
Mm-hmm. And Fred Astaire was his dad. Remember all that?
Oh, yeah.
Back in the
very
60s.
Good. Very good, very good. Now, we have some serious cash coming up, so pay attention. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We come to you from a large room where we are socially distanced. I want to keep everyone understanding that we get the rules. We have Christy Lee, in fact, isolated in her own room, the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom.
Yes, sir. Proud to be here.
Very fancy. Ace, of course, is in the room with us, but his little quadrant of the room is known as the I Hate Steven Singer jewelry room.
You know what?
Because Steven is now sponsoring.
Yeah.
Because, I think Christy said it, but what would be better right now than surprising your sweetie with some jewelry delivered in the mail?
And an Ace Cosby joke.
Yeah.
Right there with it.
Yeah, write that on the card.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think
roll of toilet paper and a roll of toilet paper and a bracelet.
Yeah. And Q-tips are short.
She'd be grateful.
You know,
either.
I don't think anybody's thanked Tom, because in the beginning when we got moved into this new studio, we were all thinking, why is this so big? This is awesome. Thank you, Tom.
Oh, with dumb luck.
For having the vision, but yes.
He just wanted to be away from all of us.
Certainly.
Of course.
And in this case, it
Paid off.
definitely paid off.
Good point. Okay, now, we have hooked up with, I think we're getting Kostaki Economopoulos on the blower, as they used to say in those movies in the 60s.
That's right, on the front page.
On the horn.
Hildy?
Hey, Hildy, can you get Kostaki on the blower?
Get me Hildy on the
I
blower.
wonder why they called it the blower.
Well, I hear him.
Say, Kostaki, can you hear us?
Yeah, absolutely. Good
There
morning.
you are.
Oh, there you are. Okay, there we go. And then
What a dumb hat.
What?
It's draft week, baby.
Yes, sir.
Falcons.
Falcons.
Okay. Now, what is the bobblehead behind you? Is that you?
That's me.
There's a Kostaki Economopoulos bobblehead?
Oh, yeah. It's a gift from my mother-in-law. Look at this.
Oh, how cute is that?
Oh, it's really good.
Oh, my God, it is you.
That's very accurate.
Like it says on the base there, the biggest name in comedy.
That's great.
That's awesome.
Are you selling those, or is that just the one?
It's just the one.
Oh.
It's a one of a kind.
Well, let's start the bidding.
That's really sweet. There's a place that'll custom make a bobblehead for you?
Well, I think you send them
pretty involved.
Yeah, send them pictures and everything. And
One of our affiliates made. Didn't you get one, Chick?
Yes, I got one. I don't like to talk about it
Why?
because it's me seated on the toilet reading the newspaper.
So it's dated.
Yeah, with the newspaper. I was going to say not the toilet.
If you were holding a phone, it would be
Right.
It would be appropriate.
They thought that was funny. Put them on a toilet.
Kostaki, we were joking a couple of weeks ago that with this NFL draft being all done on the internet, and we were going to miss the booing.
That's right.
Of the commissioner.
Commissioner Goodell. Did you see the story this morning that Bud Light apparently has gotten together with, I guess, the commissioner himself, and they're going to have people raise funds for various charities by booing.
Send your videos of booing the commissioner. It's hilarious.
Yeah, pretty funny.
I love it. He's going to miss out on all those hugs, too. That's like 90% of his hugs for the year.
Oh, it's got to be, right? Yeah. And what's your policy on watching the draft and a Falcons jersey? Are you going to wear one or just the hat?
I usually go T-shirt. I don't like the jersey, but I like the gear, the different gear.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
I usually go jersey.
Do you?
Yeah.
You know, Kostaki, I don't know if you realize
all 3
this,
days?
Yep, all 3 days.
Different jersey every day.
That's right.
When a team makes its pick, since it'll all be done with their computers, they have to go up into the upper right corner and click Add to Cart. and the individual will be added to their roster, assuming that they can get the negotiations
And
done.
oddly enough,
And their credit card clears.
Oddly enough, all the players are at Amazon. Isn't that interesting?
Waiting to be shipped out.
Kind of an oddity. What else is going on in the world of the NFL for you, Kostaki?
Well, life's weird. The only NFL draft where we're all home alone and the number one pick looks like Macaulay Culkin. How weird is that, right? Joe Burrow looks like an adult Macaulay Culkin. Not traditionally a compliment. And if he goes to Cincinnati, half of his games will be home alone. Huh?
Well, that'll be true everywhere, won't it?
Yeah, well, maybe this year, yeah. Burrow is a Joe Exotic wet dream. He's young, he's hot, he's about to become a Bengal. This is
There's the joke.
There you go.
It's got everything a joke needs.
I bet Joe Exotic loves the Bengals. They're Tigers and they suck. Am I right, everybody?
Whoa!
Doubling up on it, but still powerful.
The impressive thing about Joe Burrow, he's bilingual. He speaks English and whatever language the LSU coach speaks. So that's
That's right. Ain't no Sean.
A Creole.
Let me tell you something. This is exactly the way he talks.
Oh, I do too, man. That deep.
Oh, he's great. He's a football. He's built to be a football coach.
He's a character, man.
Remember that guy in Ozark in the first season?
Sure.
Second season? Guy never moved his lips when he talked.
Oh, yeah.
Thank goodness.
As
for
Paul
closed-
Gilmartin said, you can move your lips.
Closed caption, yeah.
I love Ozark. Oh,
Me
man.
too. Have you finished season 3?
Yes.
Oh,
yes, we loved it.
So good.
Yeah, it's a good one. I'm already sad it's over.
Mm-hmm.
Who else we got? Tua, that's the big story in the draft, right? Where is he going to go? His first year of varsity in high school, he threw for 33 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, and he credited his father's discipline, saying he used a belt after INTs. Wow.
Whoa.
You know the expression, spare the rod, expect the pick six? Shame old man Winston didn't have a belt, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, the turnover machine, yeah.
He's more of a suspenders guy, probably. Chase Young is another big name, a defensive end from Ohio State. What a great name for a guy going after the quarterback, Chase. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Chase Young, also Charlie Sheen's hobby. Chase Young.
Chase Young.
Knew that was going somewhere in that direction.
The Browns released their new uniforms. So the uniforms get released, but the players have to stay? That doesn't seem fair.
That's not fair at all.
I like the new uniforms. They're throwback, more or less, and they don't have Cleveland, the city name on them. And I thought that was all kind of silly. That looked like an XFL team or
They're
USFL
kind
team.
of a little too modern-y for me. Do you think that too, Chick?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
The new Falcons uniforms are appropriate. They look good at first, and then they really disappoint you.
Yeah, about the fourth quarter.
Still talking about that, huh?
Still,
Better
not gonna let it
taste in
go.
your
huh?
mouth, yeah.
It's not just the one game. It's
Sure.
pretty much every season. The Falcons haven't been able to give Todd Gurley a physical. I have the same problem. I've been trying to give my Gurley a physical for weeks.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Hard times at the Gonomopolis household.
That's from the get him on the blower era right there.
That's right.
Yeah.
The Cleveland Browns are ahead of their time. They've been social distancing from the playoffs since 2002.
Just loves it, doesn't he? He's making friends everywhere, Kostaki.
I tried to tell you.
I make fun of my team too.
Of course.
It's, you know,
I like the Browns uniforms. The new Browns uniforms are very classic. And they're the team that doesn't have a logo on the helmet. There's some great stuff that they do.
Right.
So keep it up.
They don't have a logo at all. It's the only NFL team with no logo. What a weird. Get a logo.
Well, they had
the elf there.
They had Brownie the elf.
They tried to say that no, it's not after. It's not. The Browns aren't named after our egomaniacal coach Paul Brown. No, it's an elf. It's a sprite. It's a No, they didn't do that.
Yeah. And the Rams are celebrating the worst year ever with the worst logo ever. Have you seen their logo?
Yeah, it's not great.
Public outcry. Yeah.
Yeah, they're right. Public's right on this one.
Yeah.
You getting the hiccups? What's going on over there?
Yeah, I did have.
I can see him. You're like, when you need a glass of water.
I don't blame you.
I got water here.
I have to drink to come in here. I don't blame you.
My other cool thing, as long as we're doing video
cool stuff.
here.
Sure, yeah. You got a bottle.
Wow. Oh, Kostaki on a Coke label.
Whoa.
How about that? It's a Christmas miracle, everybody.
On a Coca-Cola bottle.
Boy, if it had been called that, they would be out of business, I think.
Especially new Kostaki.
Yeah.
That didn't go over well at all.
With a Kostaki and a smile.
Yeah.
Things go better with Kostaki.
I'd like to buy the world a Kostaki.
Okay,
Yeah, it's funky. Yeah.
Yeah, very clunky. Jaguars crowds are also ahead of their time. They've been staying home for years.
Yep.
The Lions, I think they were named non-essential workers.
Another team, you see.
Yes. You get everybody? When all this is over, I'm going to touch the F out of my face. This is driving me crazy.
Yeah. That's all I want to do, is touch my face.
It made me more Greek, too. I too, am in debt and need a bailout from a German that I won't pay back.
Getting some geopolitical stuff.
I'm mixing it up a little. That's it.
That was the closer?
Yeah, that was the closer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe next week, would you make a little sign you can hold up and go closer?
He doesn't need to do that. Usually you go closer.
It's nice that we have a video component now.
You stomp all over it. Better have the clothes. Wrap it up.
I'll do a third base.
Very well done, Kostaki.
Yes, very
now,
funny.
He's got a thing up there called Fantasy Throwback. It's on the fan page every Wednesday at 9 o'clock Eastern Time, headlining a live online stand-up show, by the way, Thursday, May 7th.
I got a gig.
Yeah. At nowherecomedyclub.com. So for tickets, you just go to Nowhere Comedy Club. How does this work, Kostaki? Do you know?
I did a show that was similar to this, and then I watched the one that was produced by these same guys last week. It's basically a giant Zoom call they actually have bouncers, which is kind of a cool idea, so that if somebody has too much ambient noise, they can go through and mute them for a second. So it's interactive. It's absolutely live. I'll be doing an hour. It's just online. You can be wherever you want to be. It's $10. It's actually a great, simple idea.
Will you be sitting in this same chair?
I think I'm going to stand. It is stand-up comedy. I think I'll stand for it. We'll see.
Okay. Yeah.
Get a handheld mic, plug it in.
Yeah. I think I'll make it a little more stand-up-y.
Could you get a fake brick wall to put it back?
Yeah, I should do that.
Okay. Well, Kostaki, thanks very much. Once again, it's nowherecomedyclub.com, and it's they're doing it Thursday, May 7th, so we'll give you plenty of warning when it's
That's
coming.
There's great comics. There's a bunch of great comics on the lineup, and it's weird, but it works. It actually there's a give and take, like an audience, like a live audience in a club. It's just got sort of that modern Zoom sort of feel about it. It's pretty cool. You should check it out.
All right.
Okay, will do. Thanks, Kostaki.
Thanks, guys.
See you, man.
Bye.
All right. I'll check this thing out, see what it looks like, and see who else is gonna be on it. In the meantime, I don't know if we have Pat Godwin back yet. No, we don't. Do we have Jess?
Yep, I'm here.
Oh, there we go. Okay,
Hi, Jess.
That's good.
Hi, guys.
All right. Well, let's turn the microphone back over to Christy Lee at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk.
A celebrity hairdresser who cloned his French bulldog had his new puppy arrive just in time for quarantine. 61-year-old Roberto Novo spent $50,000 to clone his dog Machito with the help of ViaGen Pets. The new puppy, named Machitu, was born on February 7th. Though Novo intended to fly to Texas to retrieve the puppy, Machitu was instead transported to Syracuse, New York, April 10th via the ViaGen Pets people. Novo said he now aspires to open a dog shelter for puppies who have not been as lucky as Machito.
Is he aware this is a different dog? A clone is not the reincarnated.
I know that. You know that.
Yeah, I don't think I'd do that.
Yeah, $50,000 would have done a lot for a lot of animal shelters.
Yeah.
Yes, it would
I
have.
think Streisand did this too. Which is,
She's done it for like 4 generations.
what a lunatic.
You guys don't have a pet that you would clone? If you had the money, you wouldn't go back and clone one of your pets?
Probably Mrs. Gibbs, maybe.
No.
But
I mean, you'd love. It's very nice.
You can find a nice dog.
Exactly. Live.
I don't know. I think you only get one good dog.
You think?
Really?
No.
No.
That's
No.
depressing.
No.
Hey, monkey, get out of here.
This seems to be, to me, this is like the beginning of some sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
The hairdresser brings the clone dog home and
They come back, but they're not quite right.
Remember, Tom, sometimes dead is better.
And congratulations for messing up that only line in the remake by not giving them a main accent. You bunch of
And it's a French bulldog.
Yes.
So does the new one just smoke half as much as the last one? Since
It'll live longer.
Prescription on smoking has become more pronounced. Do they call the dog a clone or a reboot?
They call it a clone.
Sequel
2.0.
It just seems wrong to me.
Yeah, I don't care for it either.
And how far away are we from being able to clone human beings?
Oh, we can do it.
Government. Hey, let me tell you something. The government has been cloning humans for 15, 20 years.
Have they really?
Exactly right.
Yeah,
That's why I didn't take part in this year's census. It's all rigged anyway.
That's right. They know where you are. And they have gasoline. They have cars that run on water. You know that. They just don't want to give them. That's right.
Right now.
Back on that.
Water's pretty expensive compared to oil.
Don't look at your fuel oil futures today.
Yeah, are we all going in on a few barrels?
Yeah, might as well.
So we just sign up and they just ship them. They just ship them to your house, right? They're like negative $37.
Yep.
Let's open up a gas station. You guys want to open up a gas station?
Oh, ding, 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 ding.
Come on, Tommy.
Will you wear the little jumpsuit?
Yeah, I got plenty of time for that.
What is it? The Chuck Berry song? Check the oil, windshield wiper, wipe the...
Yep, that's it.
Dollar gas.
Dollar gas. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Now, I think we can squeeze in one more quick story, or I can get a request in, whichever you like.
Whatever you want to do.
Well, let's get this request in. This is not even a song, really, but yet I've got a guy that wants to buy this as a ringtone.
Okay.
Tiger king, a tiger king.
Oh, yeah.
Tiger king, a tiger king.
Kind of a religious feel.
Tiger king, a tiger king. 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 Tiger king,
I don't think the monks had cowbells with them.
Tiger king. Tiger king, a tiger king.
Yeah, that takes some of the solemnity out of it.
So your son doesn't know your rule about intros, huh?
Well, that's the whole song. That's it.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, that's...
Oh, so he's a Burt Camper fan.
Again, it's more of a chant, more of a prayer.
A madrigal, I say. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, but...
a fugue, possibly.
You request that we try to dig it up. If you want to communicate with us, it's bobandtom at bobandtom.com. And I got a really good one. Really good request here.
Okay.
It's for a song from Henry Phillips. And it's about being around someone who's talking all the time. So it's Anita wants to hear that song, and when we come back, we'll be happy to play it for you. It's called She's Talking Again. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Want to share something? Send us an email. bobandtom at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, don't forget, everybody, the laughter after the Bob and Tom Show. Just keep it tuned right here to Bob and Tom 24/7. We roll into Bob and Tom's work farce, all the fun without really that much effort. Ace Cosby is your host. Keep your smile going all day, and keep your family members at home guessing what you're up to as you laugh through the day with us right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. I'm Mark Allison with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred has made a move that allows teams to lay off or cut the pay of major and minor league managers, coaches, trainers, and full-time scouts starting May 1st. Manfred has suspended uniform employee contracts that cover about 9,000 people, including general managers on some teams. Manfred cited the inability to play games due to the national emergency caused by the coronavirus pandemic. Novak Djokovic says he won't take any anti-coronavirus vaccination if it becomes compulsory for tennis players to return to the World Tours. The world's top-ranked men's tennis player says in a live Facebook chat he wouldn't, quote, be forced by someone to take a vaccine in order to be able to travel, unquote. Djokovic and his wife have 2 children and have spoken previously against vaccinations. He won the Australian Open in January for his 17th Grand Slam singles title. The Jacksonville Jaguars have waived oft-injured receiver Marquise Lee to create nearly $5 million in salary cap space, parting with a player who had just 3 receptions over the last 2 years combined. That's not good. The Jaguars were waiting for Lee to get fully healthy before letting him go, giving him the best chance to pass a physical with another team. He missed the entire 2018 season following a major knee injury and injured his shoulder last October, causing him to miss the final 8 games. That's a look at your sports. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hello, you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. This has been Chick McGee speaking.
Comedian Scott Dunn is here with us. Do you have any current thoughts on religion?
I'm pondering a religious question, and maybe you guys could help me with it.
All right.
Buddha, Jesus, and Muhammad.
Yeah.
Who do you think would be the funniest comedian?
Buddha.
Buddha has some big advantages. He's fat. People love the fat joke.
That's true.
Now, Jesus, though, I think Jesus would make a great nightclub comic.
You think?
Well, you remember the miracle where he turned water into wine?
Yeah.
Sure.
This is clearly a guy who knows his stuff is funnier when people have been drinking.
Yeah.
I think he'd probably start off a little hacky, though. Hey, it's nice to be here. Just played a leper colony. Great audience. They laughed their butts off.
Thank you. Gotta have that.
Seriously, though, where is everyone tonight? I've drawn bigger crowds for a crucifixion.
Oh, wow.
Hey, let's hear it from my opening act, Peter. Not funny. Woo. After that set, I'm going to deny knowing you. Halfway through your act, Judas left to go hang himself.
Wow.
Hey, look, Herod's in the audience tonight. John the Baptist called. He wants his head back.
That's great.
My big concern with Jesus, though, as a comedian, could he handle a heckler?
I don't know.
I think he would start off okay. He'd be doing his bits, and, a woman would yell, "Walk on water!" He'd turn the other cheek. "Ma'am, I'm just doing new stuff tonight." And, he'd start his another bit, So my rabbi says, free fish, free bread, and you call yourself a prophet? Boom! Your new stuff sucks!
Walk on water!
Jesus snaps. Lady, here's some bread. Pretend it's my body and eat me. I've cast demons into hogs that were less obnoxious than you. If the town wants to stone you for being a whore, I will personally cast the first stone.
Yep, 8:43 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Yeah, be listening for that again. If you weren't listening just a second ago, it could mean some serious cash for you. By the way, speaking of cash, thanks for forking some over yesterday. We matched you. We asked you to help buy some great lunches. For some of those people, the greatest people that are working with these various coronavirus cases in various facilities around central Indiana, and you stood up and you forked over the dough, and we matched it along with our friends at Citizens State Bank and Indiana State Bank. So last I heard this morning, 2,600 lunches.
Man.
And
wonderful.
What's the
That is
exact
great.
verbiage again, Christy? They're called filet
Sliders.
sliders.
Yes.
Yeah.
Again, that to me, that's like driving a monster truck in a tuxedo.
Yes.
Just the best of the best on both ends of things. From Hughes Culinary, and they're the people from
Harry and
St.
Izzy's.
Elmo's and Harry and Izzy's. And
They make their own
Burger
chips
City.
too, and they threw in a chocolate chip cookie. It's a wonderful lunch.
So anyway, hey, thanks for doing something for somebody else. We appreciate it very much. And those lunches are being delivered to places like IU Health, St. Francis, and
Vincent's,
American Senior Communities. So nice job. Thank you very much for having some fun with us. Now, we have a quick forecast coming from Christy.
Mix of sun and clouds today, high 54, partly cloudy, breezy tomorrow. 68 will be the high.
Oh.
We have some sunshine out there right now, looking out the window, and 45 degrees.
But it could be 69 tomorrow.
Could be.
Oh, yeah.
Can you guys take the day off? Oh, look at this. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. On the big screen to my left is Jess Hooker. Hello, Jess.
Hi.
Hi. Is it just you there?
It's just me.
Lighting's a little different.
Oh, the natural light coming in?
The sun, yeah.
Yeah, it looks wonderful.
And she'll forever wear her hair down because you don't like it up.
If anything's going to be up in this relationship, it's me.
You took your picture down.
Hear that, woman?
Did you take your painting off the wall?
Well, no, it was propped up on top of a chair because I was trying to decide which side of the room I wanted it on.
Okay.
And yeah.
All right. You look just fine. How many of these are you in your bedroom?
No, I had to move out of my bedroom. I got some real creepers when I recorded from my bedroom and posted a picture. So I moved downstairs to the library.
Okay.
She's sitting on her bed.
Yeah,
okay, great. Want to see my feet? No, really.
What the hell?
Who knows
Let's
what
see.
he's
There's Ace
thinking.
Cosby, our engineer, the proprietor of the Ace Cosby Joke of the Day, brought to you by.
We need that.
Yes, we do.
We need
Steven Singer Jewelers. What a great idea, though. I was just thinking about that. Go to IHateStevenSinger.com. Right now, every time a package comes, you go, well, we finally got the Clorox wipes. And they go to open it up, and it's a bracelet or something.
Yeah. Nice.
Although in this case, they might be upset about
For some
we really
points.
needed the wipes.
That's going to help.
Yeah.
Let's see. That was.
What did you say, Tom? What was it? How'd you say it?
Well, Miss Jessica, saw your bedroom. Would you like to see my feet?
Oh, you want to show your feet?
Right,
to
right.
her.
That's,
Yes.
the gentleman would like to show off his.
And of course, Tom's other famous quote.
Fortunately, I ate these greasy chips. Now my fingers are all greasy.
Don't recognize that voice.
Same guy.
Okay.
That was you.
Let's see. Christy Lee is behind the glass in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. Before we get back to Christy, got this request. Once again, you can reach us. Email is bobandtom at bobandtom.com. Love hearing from you just to say hi. Trucker Tim says hello.
Hi, Tim.
The best drivers out there on the highway are these great guys and gals driving these trucks.
My friend JJ's out there.
We appreciate it very much. Coming in early in the morning, that's almost all you see in the freeway where I
exactly.
come from. They're hauling all this stuff that you need. So give them some space. This is addressed to me.
Oh.
Because this is from Anita in
Middle
Louisville.
finger emoji?
In Louisville.
Yeah.
No, it's not a middle finger emoji.
Of yours?
Hey, look, you've already got 2 strikes against yourself.
What did
You may
I
want to
do?
calm down.
I thought you said you weren't going to tell him.
She writes, my 9-year-old talks constantly. We have been stuck at home for 5 weeks, and my husband and I jokingly sing, she's talking again to each other, while our son talks about Minecraft or Roblox.
Huh.
Can you please play the Henry Phillips song for us? Of course we can. This is an absolute classic from Henry Phillips. I think pitched at sort of a different type of talking, but it'll work here. If perhaps you're around someone who may be talking too much. Does everybody shut up in this room?
That's because you talk all the time. We're used to it.
And apparently I have 2 strikes I wasn't aware of.
When are we supposed
When are
to
we allowed?
dive in? You're not
Yes.
taking a breath.
Well,
What do you
yeah,
want?
Josh isn't going to go, being around someone who talks so much, don't I know it?
Oh, my.
See, no one's going to do that.
Well, you wouldn't do it.
Of course not. And I'm not around someone who talks much, except one of my little girls talks constantly.
Sure, yeah.
In fact, what am I saying? Both of them, of the 2 littlest ones, never stop talking. Fortunately, my 12-year-old has a phone, so that just keeps her occupied 24/7.
Yeah.
Is there anybody talking in your ear all the time, Jess? Would you admit it?
No, actually, it's pretty quiet. With 2 teenagers, I have the same phone situation, and with e-learning, they stay pretty busy. But I think even they're bored with electronics right now. We've been outside a lot lately.
Okay. Are you comfortable with sharing that text that you got from your brother from the grocery store?
So I am quarantined with, I have 4 younger adult siblings, and I am quarantined with my brother, who is 3 years younger than me. And he texted me on his way home and said, do you need anything from the store? And I didn't respond immediately. And he said, do you want me to check and see if they have any lives for sale, since you need one?
Lives for sale.
Lives for sale. That's
You
right.
need a life. Wow.
Yeah.
See, this is brother-sister.
It sure is. That's love right there. That's sibling love.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Is the proper response to that.
That's right.
Well, let's hear a song about talking too much in any context. I'm not sure who this is, but this is Henry Phillips. By request, Anita in Louisville. We covered it for you. In this case, a youngster talking quite a bit. I can't say I blame him. It's confusing for everybody out there. But, great song from great comedian Henry Phillips. Christy, do you want to give us the teaser?
Well, we have a pelican that escaped from an Edinburgh zoo.
By the way, just before you get to the story, we have been having more zoo escapes in the last couple of months.
Animals are wandering free too. Pelicans are somewhere.
We had the
Chick had a thing on Twitter this morning. What was that?
There was a bear somewhere downtown
in Italy somewhere,
wandering around.
Well, there was the sheep that had taken over the playground, and they were actually standing on that rotating
in Scotland or somewhere.
And one beach was taken over by crocodiles.
Yes. Well,
you know what I realized?
People have gone away.
Me the most.
You know what I realized?
That means the crocodiles were there all the time and just didn't bother coming over.
Yeah. I realized the pelican and skeleton rhyme.
Yeah?
Well, not really. It's a near rhyme.
It's a near rhyme.
Would be interesting with any context. This.
What are you talking about?
This not being one of them.
How does a pelican escape from a zoo anyway? Can't they just fly away?
What rhymes with pelican and
maybe
skeleton?
make it a Halloween poem.
The skeleton of the pelican.
No. For his costume, the pelican decided to go as a skeleton.
Oh.
There, see? You kiss my ass, that don't rhyme.
Yeah, see, that would be the beginning of what we call an idea. And then perhaps you could massage it into maybe a deeper thought or something interesting. That was my point.
Pelicans have those really big mouths, don't they?
They sure do.
Yeah,
looks like
really big.
Looks like a weird ball sack.
Yeah, they kind of look like they kind of look like a toilet.
Yeah, it looks like an open. One of these nautical-themed lake homes. I bet they have a pelican-shaped toilet.
No.
Oh, that's funny.
Where you lift the beak and you set your bottom right there.
Be
in
a
the
little
pelican.
narrow.
If you've got pelican toilet money,
boy, that's all I want.
That's rich.
And the sign that says "Life's a beach" and all that.
Yeah,
oh, sure.
Sand. You keep sand in the toilet. Just that's serious. That's serious narcissistic money. That's what you've got going. Well, we can work on your pelican poem. And again, I'd urge you to, if you get a chance, sit down and send us a note, just telling us what you're doing, what you'd like to hear, if anything. But we certainly appreciate it. Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. And I'm looking into seeing if we can get Tiger King as available as a ringtone. All these people suddenly want it. And also coming up in the news, and I'm reading this verbatim, 2 words, The Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's a new...
Not Batman. The Batman.
That's a new movie. Yeah.
Okay, well, don't hold your breath. Be right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Just got to get a hold of us? Call, fax, mail, or email. Get all the contact information you need at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, of course.
Hey, for everything Bob and Tom, check out one spot, bobandtom.com. Pretty simple to remember. All the latest highlights, news, and information about your favorite morning show, The Bob and Tom Show. Plus, we have links to all of our social media sites and, of course, much, much more. You can always email us, bobandtom at bobandtom.com. If there's a request of something you'd like to hear, a comedian, a bit, a song, let us know. We'll see if we can't get it on for you. We've been getting some great requests lately. Keep them coming in. Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. More of the show coming up.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. The South Korean government says no unusual activity has been detected in North Korea after unconfirmed reports have described leader Kim Jong-un as in frail condition after heart surgery. The presidential Blue House says it had no information about the rumors on Kim's health. Meanwhile, the World Health Organization says rushing to ease coronavirus restrictions will likely lead to a resurgence of the illness, a warning that comes as governments start rolling out plans to get their economies up and running. who's director for the Western Pacific region, said we need to ready ourselves for a new way of living for the foreseeable future. He said governments must remain vigilant to stop the spread of the virus, and the lifting of lockdowns and other social distancing measures must be done gradually to strike the right balance between keeping people healthy and allowing economies to function. And the Trump administration and congressional leaders insist a final deal is in reach on an aid package for small businesses that could exceed $450 billion. Both sides have been struggling for days to push an agreement across the finish line as small businesses suffer from the coronavirus impaired economy. President Donald Trump hopes to see a Senate vote on that today. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Bob and Tom, Coach Ralph Fontaine.
Hey, Coach, how are you?
Last week had our Little League baseball draft, fantasy draft. This week we're going to start a virtual season for District 9 using the Stratomatic baseball. Me and the other 15 coaches are going to go head-to-head with the full 162-game season. Best part is no rainouts, no umpires, no parents. You understand that?
Yeah.
You know, I tell my kids there's a reason why Parent and Parasite are almost spelled the same.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You just ruined it.
This is a little love song I wrote some years back. It's actually a sort of a breakup song. I'd always dedicated to all the wonderful women who treated me like a load of crap over the years. And it's a little love song.
All right.
Woke up this morning and you were gone. Found a note. It said so long. You said this love would last our lives. I hope your face breaks out in hives. I hope you die a painful death. I hope you choke on your next breath. You screwed me up, you done me wrong. I hope you die before too long. Hope you have a heart attack. I hope your breasts get really slack. You were my girl, but now you're not. I hope you die, I hope you rot. 'Cause I don't wanna be your friend. I only want your life to end. You're back in town, someone else's gal. I hope you drown in the love canal. I hope you die a painful death. I hope you choke on your next breath. Screwed me up, you done me wrong. I hope you die before too long.
Hello, 901 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much. Let's see now. Christy Lee has a quick forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Partly cloudy today. Look for a high of 54. We'll see clear skies tonight. Low 40. You might get to see the meteor shower, Josh. Partly cloudy, breezy on Wednesday.
First time you've seen a shower.
High 68.
2 weeks.
Oh, man.
I just like the word meteor.
Meteor. Yes.
You're meteor in the shower.
He's an astrologist. How do you like your ribs, Josh?
Meteor.
That's right.
44 right now.
And he's the only person who uses the word beefaroni in the shower.
Hey, friends.
Oh, I'm sorry. You want to talk? Go
Yeah,
ahead.
these are serious times, and there's nothing more important than the health and safety of you, your loved ones, and our community. That's why Westgate Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram encourages you to take care of your family. Look out for your friends and neighbors. Be kind. Be patient. Use the internet for appointments, groceries, shopping, etc. Be polite and kind to that cashier or the stock person at your local grocery. They're working hard to keep you fed. And thank our first responders and healthcare professionals. Appreciate our truckers keeping our food and supplies coming and going. And if you need to buy a new vehicle or service yours, my friends at Westgate want you to know they're here if you need them. WestgateAuto.com, doing whatever they can to support their customers.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. Keep listening to Q95 today. There could be some serious cash on the line, and you could be a winner. Let's see now. Checking, testing, 1, 2. Yep, we're here. Hey, hi, it's Tom for the Bob and Tom Show, along with everybody else, because we're ready to rock here. This music reminds me there was a sad news story yesterday.
What?
Ebb
Yeah, from Green Acres
Green
died.
Acres, the last of the main cast members of that show, I think.
Man, oh man.
Actually, Parkinson's, sad story.
you talking the way you talk reminds me of Green Acres.
Sure. Mr. Haney?
Mr. Kimball.
Oh, Kimball.
The county extension agent. He works for the county.
He qualifies
Well,
everything.
he doesn't work for the county. I mean,
Yes.
he loves his job, so he really doesn't.
Love that.
Well, I would say I love my job.
Well, that's Chick. There's Ace. There's Josh. Christy's once again in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom.
Hi, everybody.
And let's see, that's Jess Hooker. I can see her on the big screen over there.
Hello.
This is. I don't know. I'm really.
What's the matter?
This is going to be the new normal. This everything on the screen, though.
Oh, for many.
Yeah.
We're going to start having all of our guests, I think. They can dial up wherever they are.
In some cases, it certainly smells better, doesn't it?
Yes.
In some cases.
Well, I said that during the local window, but I was just implying that when Christy said that with clear skies, Josh could see a meteor shower, I'd say it's the first time he's seen a shower in 2 weeks. I just walked down the hallway and...
Well, she had me at the word meteor. I'll tell you that.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. How do you like your ribs? Yeah.
Now, do we have Mr. Godwin back?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh, there
we
he
can
is.
hear you.
Oh.
Hi, Pat.
Hi, Pat.
Hi, everybody.
Is your foot in front of the camera?
Oh.
No, not at all.
Oh, God. If you guys
Just,
can't see him, this is going to be bad.
Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is.
There he is.
There he is.
Doing some light reading.
Oh,
just doing
David
some light
Foster
reading.
Wallace. All right.
I've been off for a couple of breaks. They had some issues. We got them fixed, I think.
Oh, good.
Okay,
yeah, you
good.
sound great.
I feel great.
Well, good. We've got a couple songs coming out of you. We'd love to hear them, but we'll start with Christy Lee. What you got over there?
Well, a pelican escaped from the Edinburgh Zoo in Scotland. The bird flown over the zoo's fence with the help of a strong gust of wind, apparently.
Whoa.
Laura Howarth was out walking with her son when she spotted the pelican near Corstophany Hill and called authorities. Police forwarded the matter to the Edinburgh Zoo, and a keeper responded to the scene. The keeper said he was in charge of the monkeys, though, and didn't know how to pick up a pelican.
I'm not in monkeys. I told you I'm in charge of the pelican.
He's in monkeys and not in charge of
Nigel
pelicans.
is the monkey man. I am the pelican man.
They phoned a friend, managed to herd the pelican back to the zoo. Yeah.
Okay, now, I don't know much about birds. What's the difference between the pelican's the one that has the big pouch, right?
Yes.
Sure, yeah.
Yes. The one that hangs around fishing boats.
Is that also known as a stork, or is that a different
Nope,
bird?
different bird.
So is the stork the one in the cartoon that's drunk delivering the
Yes.
babies?
Yes.
Yep, because everybody wants to celebrate with them.
Yeah.
They have
Remember
a
his,
long beak.
remember his backstory.
Yeah.
He keeps getting offered drinks. 'Cause
Yeah.
They're happy to baby.
Yeah.
Is that- okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Only
Well,
amazing.
And if you run out of things to watch on Netflix, Connecticut police have got you covered. Body cam footage has captured the police trying to capture a runaway pig.
Huh.
According to a Facebook post from Stamford Police Department, officers responded to reports of a pig wandering through the neighborhood last week.
have you seen this video?
I have not.
Okay, imagine a bunch of cops with garbage cans trying to get this pig to run into one of them. They are scrambling around. This is what the video needs. It needs a little bit of this in the background.
Police said 3 officers chased the pig for 45 minutes before finally apprehending the animal with, as Tom mentioned, a trash can.
And this pig is just fast.
Wow.
By the way, the pig is resting at Stamford Animal Control as they try to locate its owners.
Well, they better hurry because otherwise there's going to be a pork sausage breakfast for the Police Athletic League
Hog
coming
roast or something.
up in a couple of days. Patty G, you got the guitar out?
Sure. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Here we go. Well, the pig escaped from a local farm and took a run around the town. The local cops pulled out all the stops to pin this porker down. Pig on the run. Pig on the run. And the video is now a Facebook show. Seems they're having lots of fun. Chasing that pig on the run. Pig on the run. A little bit of goofiness there in the morning.
I've noticed
local listings.
It's funny that a lot of the news stories now in the Dateline it'll be Facebook and it'll be directly from the cop shop.
Sure.
And sometimes they try to get pretty funny with the
with their police reports, because usually, obviously, it's a lot of crime and it's not all that funny, and it's pretty serious. But
it's the best part about my weekly newspaper in my little town. They have the police reports, the police blotter.
Sure.
Very funny things.
Yeah, as you said earlier, the department shared the body cam footage.
Sure.
And they sped it up.
Yeah.
So it makes it look even funnier. So good for them to have a little bit of fun with this.
This isn't so fun.
Oh.
A North Carolina man survived a brush with danger after mistaking a snake for a garden hose. Brian Walsh reached for what he thought was a black garden hose before quickly realizing it was a 6-foot-long eastern rat snake.
Oh.
He told McClatchy News, quote, "We've come across black rat snakes before, but never this large." The snake slithered off into the brush, where the Walsh family hopes it will continue to control the rodent population on their Huntsville property. Walsh's family posted an image of the reptile onto a snake identification group on Facebook, where they confirmed what kind of snake that they had found there in North Carolina.
A friend of mine used to have one of those.
A rat snake?
Big black,
Wow.
Named him Shaq. Funny.
No, sure.
I didn't. Don't look at me. Hey, I thought, whatever. Yikes. Are those the kind of snakes that can't bite?
I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with my rat snake.
I guess they can because they
eat rats.
They eat rats. Whoa. Okay.
Swallow them whole?
Ever tell the story about my brother and his boat?
You've told us, but I'm sure a lot of people haven't heard it.
Josh, do you know in the back end of a boat, there's like a second wall there for a like a boat with an outboard motor.
Sure.
And a relatively small boat, and then there'll be a little second wall about a foot from the stern of the boat, and that's where you put the gas can, and so there are all these tubes and various things for the steering and stuff, and there's a hose that goes from the gas tank into the whatever your Evan route, whatever it is, and typically you go there, give it a couple pumps. There's a little ball you pump with your hand, and then to prime it up, and then you get going. So my brother had a boat on Lake Down near Orlando, Florida, and he went out to the dock and hopped in the boat. And it'd been raining a little bit, so he had to do some stuff to get the boat cleaned up. And he reached down into the transom area there to grab something, and he pulled up, and it was a snake in his hand.
Yikes!
And he brilliantly threw the snake into the water while simultaneously jumping into the water.
Did he know what type of snake it was, or?
No. No. He's fine.
Okay.
He wasn't hurt or anything, but just it's in a moment of panic. You don't think.
Sure.
No.
And being a loving brother, what was your reaction?
Hilarious. Terrified, and I have never looked in the back of a boat more carefully. Every time I get the garden hose, I study it before I do anything.
Really? We think a green garter snake is going to be, they're not going to hurt you.
Not a fan.
I'm with Tom though. It's still a snake. It'd give me the willies. Yeah.
So anyway,
I don't like them.
Okay. Now, coming up, we're going to talk with race car driver Alexander Rossi. See what someone who's one of the fastest guys in the world does when he can't really do what he does.
Right.
And see what's going on with him. Also, we had Tom Brady news this morning about Mr. Brady and his new home of Tampa Bay.
You mean Tampa Brady?
Or is it Tom B? What is it?
Tampa Bay.
Boy, that doesn't work.
No.
Yeah, he was kicked out of a local park. But that's coming up as
and
well
also this.
Want to see my feet? Sounds like the beginning of a rap song.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll get
my feet.
some today in history, too, today.
Okay, it's all coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, just in case you forgot or you weren't aware of it, we do replay today's show back-to-back coming up at 3 p.m. this afternoon. Christopher will step in and host Bob and Tom's Repeat at 3 p. We'll replay today's show back-to-back, beginning today at 3 p.m. Eastern, right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. More of the show on the way.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. The coronavirus outbreak's already made a shamble of the summer movie season. Now it's starting to make inroads into what movies will be out this fall and winter. Warner Brothers has said it will delay a batch of releases, including the new Batman movie and a Sopranos prequel titled The Many Saints of Newark. Batman pushed back 4 months until October 2021, and the Sopranos prequel will be moved from September to March of 2021. Had things turned out differently, it would have been E Street Band guitarist Steven Van Zandt, who played Tony Soprano in The Sopranos. Van Zandt was one of 3 finalists for the role, according to actor Michael Imperiali, who hosts the podcast Talking Sopranos with fellow actor Steve Sciarippa. Imperiali says, while James Gandolfini got the part, show creator David Chase wrote the character of Silvio for Van Zandt. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Bob and Tom, Coach Ralph Fontaine.
Hey, Coach, how are you?
Last week had our Little League baseball draft, fantasy draft. This week we're going to start a virtual season for District 9 using Stratomatic baseball. Me and the other 15 coaches are going to go head-to-head with the full 162-game season. Best part is no rainouts, no umpires, no parents. You understand that?
Yeah.
You know, tell my kids there's a reason why Parent and Parasite are almost spelled the same.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Kid Tarmac.
1, 2, 3.
She's got tattoos around her. Hey. Harley Davidson in the den. She's got an open door for the Marine Corps. She's looking for a few good men. She walks out to her mailbox in her see-through pink tube top. If it wasn't for her biker friend, somebody would have called the cops. And she's a Traile Park woman. She's a mobile home princess. She's the queen of manufactured housing. She's a Traile Park woman. She's a mobile home princess. And me, I'm the Trailer Park King. She spends her nights in a strip joint, doing some exotic dance, in an out-of-date pair of platform shoes and worn-out spandex pants. Her kids still live with her mother and her brother who's unemployed. She always calls me Elvis, but she knows my real name's Floyd. She's a Traile Park woman. She's a mobile home princess. She's the queen of manufactured housing. She's a Traile Park woman. She's a mobile home princess. And me, I'm the Trailer Park King. She's got a bad reputation. She's the talk of the neighborhood. Maybe her place ain't Graceland, but the furniture's just as good. I often look through her window when she's getting dressed inside. She don't mind, she looks up to me, 'cause I own a double wide. Got a concrete block foundation, she admires it so. She always comes a-knocking whenever there's a tornado. And she's a Traile Park woman. She's a mobile home princess. And me, I'm the Trailer Park King.
9:17 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much. Christy Lee, through the
Yes,
glass.
sir.
There she is. Okay, I can
Hi.
see her now. She's got the weather forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by our friends at CarX. Mix of sun and clouds. Look for a high of 54. We'll have clear skies overnight, 40 for the low, and then partly cloudy, breezy, warmer tomorrow up to 68, maybe even 69. Currently 45 degrees.
Thank you very much. Coming up, the Bob and Tom after party. I think we're going to hook up with race car driver Alexander Rossi here in a couple of minutes.
He's very good.
Also, thanks to everybody out there. Yesterday, we asked if you could help us out ordering lunch. And we ordered lunches for some of these great healthcare workers, real heroes, helping to feed the front lines of this coronavirus thing. So we got together with Hughes Culinary and Citizen State Bank and Indiana State Bank. And for everyone you bought, we bought one. So last I checked, which was at 4 o'clock this morning, we were at 2,600 lunches. So happy to write that check. And we were talking to Craig Hughes, and he was saying that they're going to be serving what they call filet sliders.
That's right. They're very good.
As I said earlier, it's kind of like driving a monster truck in a tuxedo. You got the best of two worlds there. The slider concept, as they say in the restaurant business, and the delicious filet. What a nice treat! And I know it's a drop in the bucket, but it's really nice, and it's confusing as to what you can do these days that can be helpful. And that was a really helpful thing. So thanks, everybody. This is the Bob and Tom Show. We are back. Ace Cosby remains our engineer and the proprietor of his own little quadrant of our room. The Ace Cosby I Hate Steven Singer Jewelers office, I guess we'll call it. Thank you, ladies. Because I Hate Steven Singer is now the place to sponsor our little joke of the day with Ace.
Yeah.
Today's was a good one. I enjoyed it very much. Across the way over there, it's Chick McGee. And then I see Josh over there. Christy Lee, I can see through the glass. She has her own headquarters, her own room.
Yes.
And we have a few things we need to catch up with. What have you got going on over there, Christy?
Warner Brothers has delayed the theatrical release for the Batman film and the Sopranos prequel.
Oh.
The studio announced yesterday the Sopranos film, The Many Saints of Newark, will be pushed from September 2020 to a March 21 release. The Batman, starring Robert Pattinson, will be delayed 4 months to October of 2021.
Oh, that now coveted Joker slot.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And the title is The Batman.
That is correct.
I think he was originally in the first one. I think he was called The Batman. I think.
Yeah, I think it's some of the original some of the original comics.
Bob Kane and Bill Finger.
Okay, well, cool. Now, there we go. I just looked to my left and I see Alexander Rossi. Alexander, sir, how are you?
What's up? How you doing?
That's cool.
Good to see you.
This is amazing technology. I often feel like I'm in some spy movie. And,
what?
Well, he's using his computer. He can't see us. Here we are, innocently sitting. What is that painting behind you? Is that a ski resort?
Yeah, it's where I grew up in Northern California, so near Squaw Valley, which is a ski resort. But yeah, I feel you with the whole Zoom thing. I never thought that I would be a person that ever used this app, being a race car driver.
Yeah.
Here we are, using it quite often.
Now, they have you guys doing these video races. I mean, is that even close to anything like what you do? Does it have any bearing on the reality of driving a race car at 200 plus miles an hour?
So the guys that are winning will tell you yes, absolutely. It's identical. The guys that are losing, like myself, will tell you no. But in all reality, so the platform is called iRacing. And they've done a really good job in kind of finding that blend between a video game and an actual professional simulator. So I would say the biggest difference is this is still built for a consumer, someone that's a race fan, someone that wants to kind of get an idea of what it's like to drive a race car, but it's not still the same level that a manufacturer's sim would be, like a Chevrolet or Honda sim. So there's still a gaming element to that, and because of that, there's tricks and there's quite a bit of performance that comes in the computer that you have and the monitor that you have, and obviously everyone has little bits of differences in their own home. So in a sense, it's very similar to real racing. The equipment that you have can make a difference on your performance in your lap time. So but that's not my problem. My problem is I just am terrible.
Yeah. And we should remind people that you're an excellent race car driver, certainly one of the best.
Sometimes. Yeah.
And you're pulling 0 Gs when you're sitting in your den doing this. You guys, I know a number of you guys, and you have to stay in incredible physical condition because of the difficulty of steering these cars. And typically not an ounce of fat on you to keep everything light and happy.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't really realize the physical demand that goes into driving a race car, because they think, it's driving a car, right? Everyone can do that. And, they don't take into account the G-forces. So, we can have 3 to 5 lateral Gs, which is 3 to 5 times kind of your body weight pressing against you for a 2.5 hour race. The cars don't have any power steering. We usually race in summer months. So, I mean, there's some races where you can lose 5 or 6 pounds just in sweat, which is kind of disgusting to say, but.
Well, they could make that accurate. They just make you put a big plastic suit on.
Sure.
And
I remember talking to someone years ago when these things were first out, the racing simulation video games, and one of the drivers told me that one thing that it was good for was he had to go to a very specific track. I forget which one it was in California, but it had a lot of turns. And he was able to play this video game over and over, and he kind of knew what was coming when he actually got there. Because he remembered, okay, yeah, this one's the hairpin, this one's what this is what that is. So I guess that could be of some use.
No, I think that's exactly right. And we use the simulators when things are all normal going into race weekends to kind of give us a refresher of the tracks we're going to. Because, the IndyCar season, you go to one track once a year, right? So if I hadn't been to a track in 12 months, then it's really useful to go in the week before and to get on the sim and kind of just refresh yourself with the break points and the gears and kind of just the different approaches that you would take. So
in the real simulator, in the actual simulators that you guys use, the really high level ones, when something goes wrong, does it tell you just how wrong you were, or is it just kind of shut down, or does a voice come through and go, you just flew into the parking lot?
Right. I mean, all of your engineers are there, so it's pretty obvious when they come on the radio and they're like, "You're an idiot," type of thing. So the simulator doesn't have to tell you anything. You've got humans watching you, and it's even worse than at the racetrack, right? Because obviously they have all of the data and the telemetry that's coming back live from the car to their computers at the racetrack. But when they're at the sim, they're kind of in a room just behind what you're doing, and they're watching the monitors and everything. And so you can't really get away with anything. If they tell you to do something like, "Oh yeah, I did it," they can easily say, "Yeah, no, clearly you did."
Now, are you still up and running with the coronavirus and everything? Do you still have your podcast going?
I do. Yes, we
This is with Hinch Cliff
via Skype. Yeah, we do it with James. It's a very unprofessional podcast, but hey, we have a good time. Last week, we actually did a bourbon-themed podcast.
Yeah, I saw that, the whiskey tasting. Did you enjoy that?
That was really cool. Yeah, it was a nice little twist. We got to sample 4 bourbons during the podcast, and the podcast probably got progressively worse.
Hey, the way things are going with your online racing, maybe you should sample a bourbon every 50 laps.
Good point. Maybe. Yeah. We'll try that this weekend.
Okay. And lastly, Alexander, if they want to find the podcast, where do they go?
Anywhere you listen to podcasts. It's called Off Track with Hinch and Rossi. So any of your iTunes podcast apps, Castbox, Playbean, any platform you prefer, we're there.
Okay, great. I love the Napa racing cap, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, man.
Feel free to send a case of them here.
Yes. Maybe you and I will get to make another video coming up.
Oh, yeah.
I hope so, man.
Yeah.
That was great.
Those are a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Super funny. Alexander Rossi, racing champion. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys.
And we will go this direction.
Yes.
And I'll look over there at Christy Lee. Christy, what else have we missed?
Well, the last Blockbuster video store is still operating during this pandemic, believe it or not.
Okay.
Yeah, they have curbside movie pickup.
Love
the
it.
location, for those of you who have forgotten, is in Bend, Oregon. Currently allows customers to call in to order their movies. General Manager Sandy Harding told the Commercial Observer, "We clean them, put them in Ziploc bags, and when customers pull up, we hand it to them."
There you go.
The Blockbuster is next door to a take and bake pizza shop, too, providing a very useful match. The Blockbuster intends to reopen to the public with social distancing measures in place soon. But congratulations to them. They're still making it work.
And so is it primarily, do you suppose, DVDs, or is it still?
Oh, I'm sure it's all DVD.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be sure.
I would. Well,
Really?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'd be shocked if there were video.
I would be shocked as well.
I mean, can you buy a DVD player anymore? Do they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I mean, I'd like things to go back to normal, not to go back to 1998. But I admire them. I think that's great that they're doing that. I saw the picture here. It looks like it's right next to an Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips.
Well, that's not.
He's going back to 1988
Yeah,
now.
that's not. No, I'm sure.
78.
Oh.
Remember that in Lums?
Oh, yes. Lum's beer batter. Was it beer brewed hot dogs?
Hot dogs.
Wow.
And
Boil them in beer.
that I think we've lost. There's a couple generations that aren't aware of the great poem, "Be Kind, Rewind."
Oh,
Sure.
yeah.
Oh, what an awesome time. But Friday night going to Blockbuster and picking out movies.
Well, but everything you wanted was already rented.
But I had my Blockbuster guy.
Of course you did.
he knew the taste that especially my boys had and stuff. So I'd walk in, he'd go, hey, you got to watch this. It was the best.
Cool.
And you don't get that anymore.
No.
Even with
You get us telling you what to watch, but you don't listen.
No, you get an algorithm telling you what to watch.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's a good T-shirt. All my friends are algorithms. That's pretty good.
So what would the new poem be? Be kind, rewind, sanitize.
Yeah.
Be kind.
Rewind. That's funny.
I used to have a rewind machine.
Sure. Yeah, you didn't want to put the stress on the VCR.
don't put the stress on the VCR, so you'd have a separate machine to.
Wow.
They did always say that, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need a separate rewind.
We were poor and we had a rewinder, yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, we
those
never
were,
had that.
Those things were super cheap.
Yeah, they were
like
$8 or
$15.
something.
Oh, really?
Maybe the 8. I don't know. They were very cheap.
Never had that.
Good. I mean, good for them. Bend, Oregon's a gorgeous spot. So
Yes, it is.
The last Blockbuster. Yikes.
Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis have released a quarantine wine. The couple announced on Saturday that 100% of the profits from quarantine wine sales will go to coronavirus response charities, organizations, and grassroots efforts. 2 bottles of the wine can be pre-ordered from Knocking Point Wines for $50. They will ship in early May.
So it's like, I tell you what, if they want to make some real money, they'd have, is it Mila or Mila?
Mila.
They'd have Mila stomping the grapes. A video of that out there. Want to see my feet? Yeah.
Oh, my God. Not again.
Thank you for remembering.
A lot of foot talk.
Don't you think people, wouldn't there be?
Oh, of course there'd be, yeah.
So I have a question. I don't know the answer to this. I know you're not supposed to do this on the radio.
What?
Has somebody come out with a quarantine marijuana product?
Oh, I'm sure. I don't
Has Willie Nelson or any of the big pot people come out with some kind of quarantine weed?
I know the online.
COVID 420 or something?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Online sales have skyrocketed in Colorado. I know that, but I don't know.
If someone knows the answer to that, let me know. I would imagine that. That's nice for Mila and Ashton. We have another famous person in the news. We never got to the story yesterday. We promoted it all morning. John Krasinski hosted a virtual prom for seniors who were missing their proms this year. This was super cool.
On Krasinski's weekly YouTube show, Some Good News, the actor coordinated with other celebrities like Chance the Rapper, Rainn Wilson, Billie Eilish, and the Jonas Brothers to provide live music and entertainment for America's seniors. The episode featured clips of students wearing formal attire and dancing in their homes to Krasinski's live broadcast. The segment also applauded essential workers and featured a video from the astronauts aboard the International Space Station.
Wow, that's fun.
Very cool.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah.
Nobody got hurt.
No.
Sure, yeah.
It's the saddest thing to walk into my daughter's room and see her prom dress hanging on the closet door. Damn.
If you hadn't personalized that, I had a joke I was going to do, but I can't do it now.
Sorry.
Krasinski has he'll have somebody he checks the weather, and one time it was Robert De Niro. Just how's the weather, Bob? And he goes, oh, that's all right. And then a couple days ago he did Brad Pitt. Brad, let's go to Brad for the weather. He goes, it looks pretty good out here.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
That Krasinski's a likable cuss. Isn't
He does a great job with that. The good news. It's a very welcomed respite from all the other news out there.
Good.
That's a really a great thing that he did, but I don't know how you're ever going to replace, because you're never going to have that time where everyone at your school is still in the same area and ready to go. And
yeah, it's tough, man. That is tough.
Same for graduations.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of those are going to take place. But
prom was a bigger deal to me than graduation.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I didn't really care about walking. The prom, what a party. Boy, oh boy.
Live band or DJ?
DJ, which I preferred. Yeah. Doesn't everybody prefer the DJ?
I do, yes. You get to play the songs you know and like.
Yeah.
Did you make any requests?
Local band playing.
I didn't request anything at prom.
Well,
not from the DJ.
Well, who played at your prom, Tom?
How'd that go? I don't remember.
Was it the Doors or somebody?
I was going to say, was it the Who?
It was a live band.
Probably. Well, Father could only get the Doors to come by.
John Williams and the London Symphony Orchestra.
I put up with it. Poor Father.
Okay, well,
here's just breaking.
What?
Oh, it must be your feet.
And now, punchlines without the...
That's right.
want to see my feet?
Oh, that's creepy.
So aggressive. I love it.
So
Have you you had the chandelier story earlier?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, hot chandelier.
About the lady Amanda Liberty.
Mm-hmm.
She's upset because this newspaper, she thinks, misreported her relationship.
With her chandelier.
Yes, and she identifies as objectum sexual.
Yes.
She's attracted to objects, and she changed her name to Amanda Liberty when she hooked up with the Statue of Liberty.
Right.
Yeah.
Although I guess she's upset because she hasn't actually married the statue yet.
She hasn't married her chandelier yet.
Okay, I'm sorry. She hasn't married her chandelier
I
yet.
think, did she marry the Statue of Liberty?
You know.
Maybe they got divorced.
Look,
I don't know.
You know Lady Liberty's got that ass underneath that gown. You know she's...
I can't judge this woman. I once had, relations with a lamp. Yeah, but gave me a case of the clapper. The clapper.
Yep, the clapper.
We have this song from Sia about chandeliers. I guess this is a big
SIA,
hit.
Sia?
This was a big hit.
Mm-hmm.
But we've done some editing on it.
Oh,
all right.
So see if you can hear.
From, but in this case, it's
I didn't know that. I thought perhaps you was mounting the chandelier. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, now we have a couple things I wanted to get to, including today in history.
Yeah.
God, we forgot about that. I got a couple I could get to here in just a second.
Okay.
Why don't
I have
give you
one
the-
more story.
Okay, go ahead.
Iconic French fashion house Louis Vuitton,
Louis Vuitton.
famous for its luxury bags and, of course, A-list fans, is now converting its American workshops to make face masks for healthcare workers, part of an effort to fight the coronavirus pandemic. Artisans in the label's New Jersey, California, and Texas facilities will adhere to social distancing guidelines while producing the non-surgical cotton masks, which are washable, reusable, and adjustable to ensure they fit all faces.
And $8,000.
Yeah, no kidding. Boy, oh boy.
Well, I think these are for healthcare workers, not for...
Oh, so these aren't fashion?
Let's hope so. Yeah,
they're not...
Vuitton?
Louis Vuitton?
Louis Vuitton.
What's the French have against consonants? What's their problem? Go ahead, sorry.
But I don't know. It's a big picture question. I'm not sure I can answer that. Louis Vuitton. I noticed I've been seeing a bunch of fashionable
face masks, of course.
So, I mean, depending on how long this thing lasts, this may become a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know. As long as they're within the proper parameters of what these face masks are supposed to be doing for you, I wouldn't worry too much about the logo it has on it.
Oh, there'll be a lot of people who will.
Exactly.
Did we do this?
Kidding?
Did we do the story about the ones that had the male members?
Yes, we did it.
And
Okay.
if you were close enough to see them, you were too close.
Right.
Yeah, so if someone goes, "Oh my gosh, those are penises on your,"
Yeah.
well then you're too close. That was, I think, pretty witty.
Kind of if you're too close to read this bumper sticker, you're...
Yeah.
You're tailgating me. Okay. Now.
Yeah, you can already get designer-inspired face masks on Etsy. They're all over.
All right.
Yeah.
On a different note, Ace is the proprietor, as I often say, of the Ace Cosby Joke of the Day, now brought to you by my friend Steven Singer.
Oh, yeah.
So it's the Steven Singer Ace Cosby Joke of the Day. And Steven says he has named his website, I Hate Steven Singer. And right now he writes me this note: I hate everything that's going on right now. He writes, our heart is breaking, excuse me, for those that have lost loved ones, those who are ill, struggling, small business, and everybody affected by this. Normally, Steven Singer is in the love business and the happiness business. This time, Steven Singer would like to announce his new rose color for Mother's Day, usually, but things are a little bit different right now. So the brand new I Love You 24-karat gold-dipped rose is out there. It's beautiful pink blush color rose. Brighten your day and your loved one's day. Steven wants to put a little love in everybody's day, so he's using a portion of every rose sold to support local restaurants by purchasing catering for all the incredible nurses, doctors, and first responders and hospital workers. And by the way, right now, I think a case full of toilet paper and a rose from Steven Singer, or a bracelet.
Yeah.
Just something that they're not expecting. Because these days, it's not like the old days of, remember the when the Wells Fargo wagon is coming. Oh, it's bringing musical instruments.
Yay.
Oh, it's bringing sanitizer and toilet paper.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Can I open it, Dad? I think I'm going to just stop at IHateStevenSinger.com. Maybe that bracelet would cheer somebody up right now. So if that's something you're interested in, or whatever, just check out IHateStevenSinger.com for free and touchless delivery, and include a free personalized message of love. IHateStevenSinger.com. He's been a friend of ours for a long time now. I think you might get a nice, good feeling about doing something if you check that out today. IHateStevenSinger.com. When we come back, we'll have our history lesson for today.
All right.
And we'll find out what we've missed. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
You can find us on Twitter @Bob and Tom, or you can email us at bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Bob and Tom 24/7. Not on air, online, all the time.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Mark Allison. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Jess Hooker, Kostaki Economopoulos, and race car driver Alexander Rossi stopping by today. Coming up on Wednesday's Bob and Tom Show, it's going to be a happy birthday show. Well, someone you know, his name, Tom Griswold. That's right, it's not Earth Day, it's Tom's birthday on Wednesday. We'll be celebrating all day long in quarantine style, stay-at-home style, social distancing style. Also, we'll be joined by resident geek Jessica Alsman and our relationship expert, one of our favorites, Allie Breen from New York City via Zoom, coming up on Wednesday's Bob and Tom Show right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. I'm Mark Allison with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred has made a move that allows teams to lay off or cut the pay of major and minor league managers, coaches, trainers, and full-time scouts starting May 1st. Manfred has suspended uniform employee contracts that cover about 9,000 people, including general managers on some teams. Manfred cited the inability to play games due to the national emergency caused by the coronavirus pandemic. Novak Djokovic says he won't take any anti-coronavirus vaccination if it becomes compulsory for tennis players to return to the World Tours. The world's top-ranked men's tennis player says in a live Facebook chat he wouldn't, quote, be forced by someone to take a vaccine in order to be able to travel, unquote. Djokovic and his wife have 2 children and have spoken previously against vaccinations. He won the Australian Open in January for his 17th Grand Slam singles title. The Jacksonville Jaguars have waived oft-injured receiver Marquise Lee to create nearly $5 million in salary cap space, parting with a player who had just 3 receptions over the last 2 years combined. That's not good. The Jaguars were waiting for Lee to get fully healthy before letting him go, giving him the best chance to pass a physical with another team. He missed the entire 2018 season following a major knee injury and injured his shoulder last October, causing him to miss the final 8 games. That's a look at your sports. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
All day, all night, all Bob and Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
joined in the studio by comedian Darren Carter. You do have a very nice head of hair. It happens to be red in color.
You know what? It's another example of keeping the redheaded man down. He didn't know. Every time you see a redhead on TV, we're a nerd, we're a clown, we're Bozo, Howdy Doody, Ronald McDonald. You just can't help it. People see us, they go, "What's up, Fireball, Flame Brain?" Women always want tall, dark, and handsome, never pasty, pink, and wholesome. I like to use the Bob and Tom show for my own personal use. I'm organizing a million redheaded man march.
All right. Are there that many?
No. There's like 12 guys with red hair. I don't even think we'd make hands across the street, to be honest with you.
You're a young guy. What kind of music are you into?
Man, I'm into. You know what I love? I love to wake up early in the morning to angry gangster rap.
Really?
It does. Alarms don't wake me up, but gangster rap, there's nothing better than when you're like really tired and you're all in your blankets hearing this. I'll pop a cap in your ass, fool. Trick ass, biatch. And then the DJ comes on. That was Let's.
Hey, 944 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee has an update on the forecast.
Q95, Fox 59 weather. Partly cloudy today, high 54. Clear tonight, down to 40. Partly cloudy, warmer tomorrow, 68. 45 now.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee.
My pleasure.
Coming up, we've got the Bob and Tom after party in about 15 minutes. Also, your shot at $1,000 could be happening with Crystal, I'm sure, probably within the hour, put it that way. Within an hour from now, I guess. I want to say thanks again to everybody. We asked yesterday to donate to a fund to purchase lunches for some of those great healthcare workers out there fighting through this, fighting the coronavirus. And we hooked up with Hughes Culinary and Citizen State Bank and Indiana State Bank. For everyone you bought, we bought. So thanks again to Craig Hughes and the folks that are creating these delicious lunches. Mm-hmm. And they'll be passed out at places like IU Health, St. Francis, et cetera, for these great people and some of these first responders. So thanks to them, and thanks to you for helping out. I think it was it's a drop in the bucket, but at least it's something that we all kind of feel there's nothing we can do right now. So that very, very helpful. And they're serving, once again, the filet
sliders.
Slider.
Highly recommend them if you go to Harry and Izzy's. They're very good.
Great idea. Mm-hmm. Oh, boy.
So good.
It's like
shrimp cocktail,
yeah.
little surf and turf.
Yes. Oh,
yeah,
I'm so hungry now.
But it's got that kind of, it's like a surf and turf if the surf was shrimp and the turf was hot dogs. But, at the same time, you're going, that sounds really good.
Yes.
I really want to try that myself. Anyways, thanks, everybody. That was
you like crab cake?
Little experiment. Odd question. The answer, no. Not a crab cake fan.
No kidding.
No.
Me either.
I love crab.
Not a big crab cake.
Big mayonnaise in it.
Yeah, I love them.
Yeah, big fan. Oh, that's right. There's too much flavor.
Yeah.
Of course, she has her.
Too much flavor. I'm just not a fan.
You know how much butter she has in her popcorn?
None.
Boy,
I'm with you, Christy.
Oh, you just want to smack her right.
You don't have butter on your popcorn?
Nope.
No.
Nope. Hurts my belly.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. I switch gears here. Let's see. With Ace, Chick, Josh, I'm Tom, and then Christy's behind the glass in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom.
Yep.
And I think we've returned the sound and visual audio with both Pat Godwin and is Jess Hooker there still?
Hello?
There we go.
Oh, there she is.
There she is.
Hi, Jess.
Hi,
Yeah, you
Pat.
should have Jess come over to your place and redo the lighting, Pat.
Yeah, no kidding. She's got that good light.
She's got.
And
She
she's so pretty anyway.
Oh, thanks.
She
Pat.
sort of looks sparkling and happy. You could build a fire in your fireplace.
That's a nice
back there.
fireplace.
Yeah, if I was allowed to, I would. Yeah.
That's right. You're not allowed to, and I'm just saying
No.
you could.
Is it a wood burning or gas?
I was told it's a faux fireplace, which is a lie.
Oh.
Oh, that's a real fireplace.
Is it wood burning?
Yeah, of course.
Oh.
I
I didn't
just
know if it was gas, so you could
cleaned
just
it all
flip a
out.
switch.
I know for a fact he would lose his mind if you guys started a fire. Oh my God!
I had a
did
candle
what?
lit once. Oh.
It's eating him up that he knows that you walk around that
I
place
know, I know.
naked, putting
Believe
your bare
me.
ass on his furniture. He can't stand it.
Well, there are about 25 cameras in that place. So.
Oh, that's even
There's no
creepier.
bare asses over here.
Yeah,
I know.
we were talking about the Rolling Stones on that benefit thing last Saturday night.
Yes.
Charlie Watts playing the air drums. And you could tell that Mick was singing live and playing guitar live, and Ronnie Wood was. But then there was drum sounds, but Charlie Watts was obviously
Why wouldn't they?
I guess from a technical standpoint, it must not have been doable. So
Yes, I don't know.
but it reminded me of those old days of Paul Revere and the Raiders on Where the Action Is. Remember those? Remember that, like the Lloyd Thaxton show? And there'd be Paul Revere and the Raiders. They'd be standing on a diving board with their instruments.
Yes.
That thundering you hear as people stampeding to Google.
I am at I have no idea.
You have no idea who he's talking
Paul
about.
Revere and the Raiders.
I'm aware of the band.
Great band, underrated.
Didn't he used to play keyboards in front, like his keyboards were shaped like a car?
Rated just about right.
His keyboard was shaped like an Edsel.
That's it, an Edsel.
They were great.
Mark Lindsay. He was a handsome
band.
guy.
And I don't know if they're carrying on without Mr. Revere. I know he is deceased.
I know Mark Lindsay's out there solo because I saw him.
He's
was
also
his name
great.
really Paul Revere, or did they change it for the band?
Fair question. I know the answer.
Oh, they did I'm Not Your Stepping Stone. The Lament of the Cherokee.
Yeah, Cherokee people.
Sure,
great
sure,
song.
yeah. Oh,
They had a bunch
sorry,
of
yeah.
great songs.
Kicks. They did Kicks.
Kicks, yeah.
Kicks, just keep.
That's a
getting
great song.
hotter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah,
I
good
thought
thing.
the Monkees did I'm Not Your Stepping Stone.
I did.
right?
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I think the Monkees was probably a bigger hit, but the Paul Revere did
Is it the
do
same one? Yeah, I don't know. But the point is, did you think that Pat watching Charlie Watts flailing away to nothing, that maybe it was one of those sort of bad 60s, early 70s?
Yeah, I think that was an
Lip
homage
syncing.
to the old days. It was very tongue in cheek. I loved it. I thought it was
But I
great.
thought Mick was great, and he was absolutely singing it live.
Yeah.
So
I don't think the optics were very good. Okay.
The what?
Oh, boy.
The optics.
The optics?
The optics weren't good. No, they were bad.
Yeah.
Don't use the word optics like that.
Do we have any history today?
Oh, I suppose
we're
we
running
could.
out of time.
Okay.
Time now for
Today in
in
history. Today is the 21st of April.
Yes, it is.
Time now for. Okay.
Hey, it's Tom Griswold birthday eve.
That's true. It's Iggy Pop's birthday.
Oh.
How old is he? Like 71 or something?
73.
Oh, wow.
Boy.
Wow.
Man, that's an old chest.
That chest has been through a lot.
Yeah. Very thin.
Didn't he used to cut himself on stage and all sorts of dumb stuff?
He was a showman, all right.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all about the music.
The fact that he can hear is a miracle.
Man.
Who says he can?
Did you ever go to one of those shows? I mean,
No.
they were on 12.
He probably has hearing
That
aids.
Lust for Life song is just awesome.
Oh, amazing.
Oh, chick, you're not going to like this.
Oh, good.
I'm
What
a
about
very
the
big
Beatles?
fan of
What about the Beatles?
Andy McDowell.
Oh.
You are?
Yeah.
She can single-handedly ruin any movie.
Nope.
Nah,
Groundhog
4 weddings
Day.
and a funeral. She's okay.
She is. That's the thing. She's okay in everything. She's not particularly attractive, and she's a one-note, boring, monotonous.
When did the memo go out?
Monotonous.
This woman's attractive. When did that happen?
They dubbed her voice for Greystoke, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think she's great. I think she's fun. A chick, Tony Romo, happy birthday.
Oh, Romo.
Romo says what?
And that leads right to this, and this is probably why he's named that.
What?
753 BC, Romulus and Remus found Rome.
Oh.
How about that?
Wow.
Yeah. Remus was quite the adventurer because he got kidded his whole life.
He sure did.
Yeah.
Hey, Remus.
Okay,
Been reaming.
Ream this.
You're always in behind. Come on.
Okay, that's too sad to read. The Red Baron killed in action on this date.
Nope, go back.
Oh, no, he can't read that.
Abraham Lincoln's funeral train leaves Washington.
See?
It was a celebration of his life.
The train's a-leaving.
That's famous when you do the parade after you're dead.
And on a train.
Yeah, wow. Okay.
That's a pretty good train whistle.
That's very good.
Oh, here we go.
that's
Finally,
really
the most
good.
important thing on this date in 1963, the Beatles and the Stones met for the first time.
Oh, boy.
Hated each other. Almost got into a fist fight.
Okay, thank you very much. No.
Kidding me? Time now for Things We Learned, brought to you by Grainger. Delivering the products that keep your facility running is what Grainger does best. They've been doing it for 90 years. Visit Grainger.com for whatever you need, whenever you need it. Grainger. For the ones who get it done, be sure and ask about the Grainger Ranger.
Okay, thank you, Granger. I weighed in on emojis. You know, sometimes I don't think they're appropriate.
Yeah.
But the way things are going, you'll go to court, and the judge will hand you your sentence. It'll be, well, there's a little chair, and it looks like it's on fire. Uh-oh. Well, we better appeal.
Chair emoji.
We've learned that Kostaki has his own bobblehead.
Yep.
I don't understand it, but oil's got a negative price on it, so I guess gas will be cheap. And
do we get a barrel when we pull in? Or
there's one Blockbuster left in Bend, Oregon, and they're up and running and doing safe business. So good for them. And remember did you ever go to the porno section of a Blockbuster?
I don't remember Blockbuster having porno sections, but I know video stores did.
It said, be kind, don't leave your DNA behind.
Oh, sure. Well,
everyone knew that. Okay, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Everything about the show is at bobandtom.com. Check it out now. State law.
Hi, this is Bob.
And this is Tom. And this is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedy on your computer all day and all night.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
My buddy goes, let's go get these massages. We were in Montreal, Canada. I got a back rub.
Yeah.
Sitting in the lobby waiting for him, and he comes out, and he goes, so what all did she do to you? I go, she massaged my back. He goes, what?
Yeah.
I go, what did you do?